is up, everybody? The bass is pumping. We are ready to go tonight. We're a little bit late. We apologize. The 3 Men of Basement are here tonight to talk comics. We're going to go 2 hours, you guys. This is going to be a long show. So happy New Year to everybody. It's great to see everybody in a live chat, everybody that's been here. We have an extra special superstar guest tonight. We're going to introduce him after I introduce my cohorts that we have around me. As always, the cranky Canadian himself. What's up? Happy New Year, brother.
What is going on, everybody? Happy New Year, our first live show of the year. And we got all sorts of cool new stuff to play around with. New intro, as you saw, new logos, new branding. Going to show you a bunch of stuff. And we're going to have some great conversation with Vancouver Comic Junkie.
Absolutely. All right. And then running the show, he just got the raise. It's his first fiscal year running it as the executive producer. David DeCave himself. Say what's up to everybody, my friends.
What is up, everybody? I'm gonna have a talk with HR because that pay bump didn't hit yet.
Did it come through yet? No,
it didn't come through yet.
It's coming.
It's there with the stimulus money. You know what I mean? So you'll get it right there. So before we introduce our super extra special guest tonight, Roger, we've been hanging out here for a while. I think somebody was in the live chat last night hanging out with us. So, right. So we've been hanging out. So Raj, who's in the live chat with us hanging out?
All right. So we got Michael Benston, Emerald Knight, Chris, what's up, buddy? Lenny Cerna, Big Lion Cat, Meow Meow himself, Happiest Family Unlimited Comics. We have Burke Family 54 Comics. What's up, bro? Paul PC 1974, Automatic Comics Copy 801. We have Sith Lordley, the man himself. Something Wong, Uncanny Swag, Pressable Deffects. What up, Maddie? We have Johnny Dakota in the house. We have Emerald Knight in the house. We have Monster Warrior in the house. We have, let's go down. Lose my.
We got everybody in the house.
Spineworks Comics Comic Talk. What is going on? We have the brother, David Levesque.
Look at that.
Little AOKs today from Miato.
Hey, baby.
Whoa.
It's with your race. It's with your race. Relax, all right?
Yeah, it's in your pack. I would say that.
Uncanny Swag is on. We got Uncle Frank of Frank Feliciano in the house. We have Chinmo. Something wrong. Did I say something wrong? The man with
you
the
did.
Here. David Curly, here's to yourself, brother. Doug Bratton, Jeff, No Good Comics, Wesley's Comics Collection, part of that Power Kids Power Pack show. The young kids taking on YouTube. Joshua Sledge. We have Street Side Anthony. What is up, brother?
What's up?
I love Street Side. We have. Am I missing anybody? See Austin Irvin,
T. Ravis. What else we got? We've got
Big Group.
Yeah, see, that's happens. Hambone Comics. I love that.
Joey does comics in the house. Thanks for the shout out.
Joey does comics. T. Travis. Yeah, I think in the house. Marcos Big Droops 13. Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing. If I mention some, my Moonbase Alpha in there, Uncanny Swag, Red Lodge Crow, Michael Yim. All right, I think you
did a good job right there.
I think skip to the bottom on me all of a sudden.
We got it. Yeah, exactly.
Michael P. We're all over the place. J2 Amirez. What is going on, guys? Thank you for joining us tonight, Steve F. Really appreciate it. And here we go. Look at this. I don't know if we deserve a karate chop, but we are going to stretch out our new super chat. Hit it, Dave.
Yeah, we got to do.
Hey, I got Bob Sugar on the other line. I better hear you say it.
Yeah, no. Show you the money.
Not show you. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Yeah. Louder.
Show me the money.
That's it, brother, but you got to yell that shit.
Show me the money.
I need to feel you, Jerry.
Show me the money.
Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Love it.
Welcome to me editing at 2:00 in the morning.
There you go. There you go. You never know what's going to happen, man. That's how you get those infomercials and stuff like that. So, Lenny Sorter, Red Lodge Crow, gave us $2. Thank you very much for that, man.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, that came out great. All right. So, it is Friday night. It is the weekend.
I knew it. I said that backstage, and he's like, "That's not the way it happens."
That's not the way it happened. My God, I go in there to give him some insider information. He's like, "You want a shirt?" I'm like, "Yeah, give it to me before Roger gets in." So, that is awesome. So it is Friday night, you guys. Happy Friday! The weekend is upon us. This week was crazy. I don't want to delve into what's going on in the real world, but that's why we are going to escape the real world for the next 2 hours and talk comics. Now, there are people that I follow in the comic book community. And I always tell myself, I always follow people that are smarter than me or know a lot more. So the best kept secret on YouTube right now and on Instagram for comic books is Chris, the Vancouver Comic Junkie. Chris, you got high shoes to fill tonight, high boots to fill tonight with that kind of praise, but your YouTube videos are great. I'm absolutely loving it. So welcome to the grotto. Welcome joining 3 Men in the Basement. It's great to see you.
Thanks, guys. Wow, high praise. That's kind of freaking me out. I'm a little nervous. I've been wanting to, like I said to you guys earlier, I've been wanting to meet you guys like this since the second I saw you guys, and you guys do a hell of a show. So I'm really, really humble and happy to be here.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
And then, your videos are just fantastic. And then the other day you did a video and I forgot which one it was, but it was so funny because you said something about a certain book or you said something and you go, I don't give a shit. It's my channel. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Right. And I don't remember
That's a fact, right?
Yeah, that's a fact, right? That's great though. You're like, look, it's my channel. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. So that was really good. So you got a lot of books behind you though, in high grade. What do we got? We got the G.I. Joe, the Snake Eyes, right? Is that a 9.8 that I see?
Yeah, 9.8s. Then Werewolf by Night 7.5, a Transformers 1 9.8. What else I got? Daredevil 168 9.4.
Claim the first Craven, claim the first Gwen. I mean, they're all there.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
That's really.
Yeah, I got a lot going to CGC right now, so a lot of my raw books that are nice aren't here. So I drag these puppies out. So I just taped them up real quick just to have something in the background.
Yeah, no, it's great. Your setup is great.
Throwaway books back there, sure.
Well, they're not throwaway books, but these are going to go to CGC too. So these are like books I picked up recently. So
yeah, nice. So, Chris, really quick, how has it been? You're in Vancouver, British Columbia, right? Am I geographically right by saying that? How has this been for the past year for comic book sales? Like, are your comic shops going through the same thing we're going through? Where are you buying? Where are you selling? We're going to get into a lot of this later, but just tell us a little bit about the comic book life in British Columbia for the guys who live in the States.
It's interesting. I had a odd situation. So in Vancouver, our back issues in the shops are pretty limited. We don't have as many great back issue shops as you may think for such a hub. But I was fortunate, but also really unfortunate to have to go to Alberta this last year because my mom and one of my best friends passed away in about a month period.
Yep.
It was just a bad time. But I was lucky enough to spend that time as well going to shops and just kind of soothing the pain. And I was out there. They have incredible shops everywhere I went, and I was able to pick up way too much stuff. It was. But yeah, my wife wasn't super stoked about it. But what are you gonna do? I got the books now. But saying that here, there's been a few collections go through certain shops and stuff like that, and it's been good there. And I picked up a few neat things, but generally, it's been tough actually locally. But online's been good.
Okay, online has been good, good. But I want to say something. If it's tough up there, then how is Tom Rudan, True Dan, coming up with all these books? I mean, is it just? It's
Tom,
right. So you're friends with Tom in the real, like out in the real.
Yeah. We just had lunch last week, and I'm having lunch with him next week.
Nice.
I don't know how the hell he gets his books, man. The guy's a mystifying character.
Yes, it's unbelievable. Like he just shows you these books, and you're like, my God, this is. And then
but his shit is crazy, man. It's like 9.6. Books that like go for $40,000.
Like
they're so out of my range, man.
Yeah, giant size X-Men #1, or
how about that custom Doom statue that he just posted a couple weeks ago? Like really?
I know. Secretly, it's gorgeous. I like Tom a lot, but I secretly hate him too.
Yeah,
so, for all this stuff, which he probably knows that already.
We all have that guy.
Yeah.
Ours is Everett.
Yeah,
he's a
So, Chris, being in Vancouver, British Columbia, are you like eBay and stuff? Are you on Instagram stuff? Like, how are you like for purchasing the books online?
A place last year I was spending a lot of time on. I was buying a lot of raw books off My Comic Shop.
Oh, really?
They grade it's not really a secret anymore, but they undergrade everything. So like if you buy a 6.0, you're getting possibly a 7.5 or an 8. Or if you buy a 9.2, 9.4, you might be getting a higher grade. So I've been purchasing a lot there. Unfortunately, in the last 6 months, people are pricing their raw books at CGC prices at the grade they think it is, not the grade that's getting graded at.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
that's
So like
nice
you'll
of
see
them.
a 6.0, but it's great, but it's going for a CGC 9.4 price or something. So I
Awesome.
haven't really been buying. But Atomic Avenue is another place I've been lucky with a few buyers on Atomic Avenue. I don't know if you guys ever used them.
I've never even heard of that. No, I'm not familiar with it.
No.
Check it out. It's I probably shouldn't have announced it. It's like a little
There goes
funny
audio.
hole. But it's like it's kind of like a place where sellers go. It's kind of like an Amazon of comics, and it's got its defaults too, like definitely. But I go there, and if I hear about a book, and I go there, and I'll usually find 4 or 5 copies there for before it's peaked, like popped out.
Really?
Or
Okay.
How
Interesting.
about this one, Chris? Lone Star? Lone Star is a great shop. I don't know if that's local to you.
That's my comic shop.
Oh,
That's
there
my
you go.
comic shop.
Oh,
there
yeah,
we
yeah,
go.
duh.
All right.
Now I'm remembering the stupid
you know
box.
that our show is 50% Canadian tonight.
Yes.
I know.
Oh my God, get out of here.
I mean,
I saw Johnny Dakota in there. Johnny.
Roger, you've been waiting to say that for a long, long
I have.
time.
I'm going to throw that in there.
Nice.
Hey, we're all right, people.
Yeah. Well,
I
listen.
mean, he's not French Canadian, but that's okay.
Ouch.
There we go. So on that note, here we go. So all right. So you're talking about different avenues to buy comics. I actually purchased a book. Now I've been a fan of this app for quite some time and the people behind it, but this is the first time I ever bought a book from Shortboxed, you guys. I don't know if you have the app, but it's Shortboxed. I just picked up this beautiful X-Men book, high grade, 9.4, X-Men 119 on
Nice.
the Shortboxed app. So I was just so enamored about how easy it was. And like, listen, I've been on Etsy now looking at comic books, but I'm like, if I'm going to be on Etsy, let me look at Shortboxed. And I've been following them on Instagram for years. So I finally bit the bullet, and it was just such a smooth transaction. I was floored by it. So I reached out to the guys at Shortboxed and I said, hey, what's up, guys? Gene is very well versed in the comic book community. He was actually at Baltimore Comic-Con last year. And we saw him there. And so we reached out and I said, dude, I'm such a fan of this app because it doesn't hurt just to download the app and browse, right?
Costs you nothing.
Costs you nothing to download the
Costs
app,
nothing.
right? So let's all download the app right now because everybody needs another way to buy a book. But when I reached out to Gene, I said, Gene, this is great. And I want to tell everybody how awesome I think that this app is. And he said, Otto, let's try this. So Dave, we have a little banner that we did.
We sure do. Check it out,
right.
guys.
So listen, if you go on, you have to download the app for Shortboxed. Then if you're looking at books between now and Sunday, you have 48 hours. Okay. This is a valid code. If you use the code 3MIB for Shortboxed, you'll get $15 off whatever book you buy. You buy 5 books, you get $15 off each book. So for every purchase, you get $15 off. So check out Shortboxed, see what they have. They're always downloading stuff. They have a huge Instagram presence. It's just really cool. And again, you guys, there are things that I support, and this was such a smooth transaction that I'm probably going to register to sell. I don't know about you guys, but this was a great way to get off eBay because I've been getting hammered. I just got a bill I won't even tell you what it was for selling stuff on eBay. So I'm done with eBay now that I've got Shortboxed. So Raj, how about you?
So I just bought a book today from them. I bought Transformers. I want to say number 5. It's like the first Insecticons.
Yeah.
There's like a whole bunch of first appearances in it. It's a 9.8. I made the guy an offer, and he accepted it. Of course, because we all got so much shit going on, and I'm a meatball, I completely forgot about the 3MIB code when I went to go buy this thing. So I just threw $15 in the garbage, but it was so easy, and I've been looking at it. I registered today to sell, or I registered yesterday, got approved today. So now I'm going to list a couple books starting tomorrow. The basic process of selling is they take 10% off the top. And that's it. No other fees, no other way. Seller doesn't get any fees. They don't charge tax unless the state forces you to.
Right.
So it depends on where you are, where you're buying.
Yep.
Or just go buy another book. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
So and I think so if I sell the book, I get the address and I mail it, and they have a system set up so as soon as it gets delivered, the money gets transferred to my bank account.
Yep.
Done
it was smooth. I mean, I'm telling you, I had
they basically, after asking all the questions before I decided to become a seller, it's they basically take care of everything. They collect the money, they give the money to the seller. You don't even know who you're buying the book from. It's
Roger, is it something you keep the book for yourself, like at your home, and you ship it out after it's sold, or do you
Correct.
ship it to them?
No,
Really?
you ship it out after it's sold, and they have their own way of tracking it. So as soon as it says that it's delivered, then the seller gets the money. So when you sell the book, you don't get the money until it's delivered.
And they actually take care of the shipping fees for you. They generate the shipping label for you. Yeah. So that's all inclusive of that. That 10% that they take off the top. So it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, that's better than eBay.
Whew. Yeah, no, it's just I'm just so tired. I can't put anything on eBay. You gotta add 30 to 40% to make what the book's worth, and nobody's gonna pay that for a book.
Right, and then the prices are so inflated. You're like, my God, I can't believe I'm trying to sell this just to make it back, and then you get billed on the back end, And I was like, you know what? Between all the other avenues,
far my two interactions as a buyer and now hopefully as a seller, have been phenomenal with these guys. So I'm pretty happy.
Oh yeah, so let's
go on there, buy a book, get $15 off, buy before Sunday, and tell us what you think. Let us know what you think of the transaction, because we've done it and it's been great experience.
Yeah, no, I'm digging it.
We got a question. We got a question real quick for Chris from James.
Yeah.
Is your name here the same as your name on YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, it is. So
go
come to my channel, folks. Enjoy.
I'm telling you, it's fantastic. So, Chris, all your intros you take from the 60s, right?
Yeah.
The 60s Marvel comics, right? So, really cool, because you're always changing it. The Rainbow Bridge was one of my favorite ones that you did, and there's a few other ones that I'm digging, but really, really cool. I appreciate the time that you're putting into the channel. It's a lot of fun. So,
it's a good time. It's fun. As you guys know, this is the greatest hobby you could ever have. It's just so much fun. So why not? Yeah.
So we're really going strong right now. We've got almost 70 people watching. We're 20 minutes into it. So now this is where we really turn it into, let's talk, because Roger, Dave, and I talk all the time. Nobody wants to hear. We all know we all started, right? We want to hear about you, Chris. I'm going to put you on the spot. I mean, it's time for you to go, so here we go. Favorite character? Ever.
Hulk.
Ever. Favorite character ever?
Ever.
Hulk. Okay, sure. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Going to first comic book you really ever remember buying. Like you remember reading it over and over again.
Godzilla issue 9.
Really? What's that cover?
It's the Vegas cover where he's he's floating. There's a giant tidal wave through Vegas. And he's I'm pretty sure it's 9. It might be 11, but I'm pretty sure it's 9. But I read that book. I still have a part of it in my collection.
Now, why was it Godzilla? Were you just
apparently I was really into big giant green things like Hulk and Godzilla. So I really, really like Godzilla, man. I still do to this day. I just love Godzilla.
Yeah,
so,
that's great.
It's all just the thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, listen, it's one of those things you don't know why. I remember, I had a reprint of X-Men 4. X-Men 4, I think it was 5. It was the Namor issue. Was that 5? And I just read that constantly, or the Eunice the Untouchable one. I just read those books.
Yeah.
They were reprints, and I just read them over and over and over again. So, all right. So now, young Chris, who knows? And we're probably of the same age, but it's whatever year it is. You go to a store and you buy one of something, and then you say, "Now that I have one of these, I want another one of these." Right. Then I have another one. Now you have a collection. So now the collection, the gears are kicking in that head. What was it for you? Was it Matchbox, Star Wars?
This one.
Really?
So what happened? I'm from this town called Lethbridge, Alberta, which is south of Calgary, where the Olympics were in the 80s, and it's a farm town. It's there's not much there, but there was a comic store there because every place had a comic store at one point. Yeah. And I went in there, and I love G.I. Joe. I thought G.I. Joe was pretty cool, and that was the first back issue I ever bought.
Really?
Not that exact copy, but
right.
I paid $1.75 for it, which I think was 25 cents more than the cover price. And my mom slapped me across the face when she found out. She was so upset that I would pay more for a comic book than it was worth. And,
really?
And it came in a bag and everything. And then I was just on a G.I. Joe, collecting spree right there. That's what lit me up. And then I just discovered one of the next books I bought was the one you just bought, X-Men 119.
Really?
Yeah. I think I paid $4.50 for it. I was like, it was all the money I had in the world.
Yeah. Right. But you know what though? Isn't that funny though? How you remember what you paid for certain books when you were of a certain age, and I'm sure everybody in the live chat can relate to that. So if guys, so I'm going to give you guys the example, and in the live chat, just fire away and let's hear what you have to say.
Guy. Guy.
I appreciate you, guy.
Yeah. So here's I forgot my question, guy. God, this was a good one too. I can't believe I forgot.
You gotta write those down.
I do. I really do. Anyway, okay. So you've got the G.I. Joe #1. Great book. I'm loving it. It's blowing up in price. It's just gone like crazy. Classic Herb Trimpe cover. Were you a fan of the toys? Were you collecting the action figures too, or just buying them?
Yeah, totally. I mean, as a kid, I was like, I'm 47 now, so
okay.
I'm at that age where it was like G.I. Joe was the last toy I collected.
Yeah, okay.
So, like Star Wars was like coming out, and I was kind of over it now. So it was like, for about 3 years, I was like G.I. Joe crazy.
Okay.
And then I hated G.I. Joe for like 30 years. Not hated, but I just like disappeared from me, you know?
Yeah. It just was all gone. I think we all did that. And then so you've got certain characters that you know, so Hulk is big. Favorite G.I. Joe?
21.
Okay, favorite issue. All right, favorite character, would it be Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes for sure. Yeah.
Snake Eyes? Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
you a snow job guy?
Yeah, well, I like Storm Shadow.
I'm just kidding.
I'm a villain guy. You know what I mean? Like Destro would be one of my favorite guys. Major Blood. What is he saying?
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter, yes.
Yeah, the wrestler.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Sergeant Slaughter's
awesome,
So I'm going to put you on a spot. Sergeant Slaughter's first appearance in G.I. Joe.
Just 1 second here.
Oh, he's going to break it out.
He's going to the vault.
You mean this issue?
Boom.
Yes, right there.
Yeah, that's it right there. But remember, he was like a fucking wrestler on WWF. He was like a big deal. And that's what G.I. Joe was so cool, because it was interactive. It was like, it was more than just a comic. They had a cartoon. They had the actual advertisements for Marvel Comics. For it too, which was like a big deal. I mean, to me, I don't know. I was so wrapped up in it.
No, I was a wrestling fan before I was a G.I. Joe fan. Like that was something that I grew up to, because, you know, the WWF at the time was so prominent up here in Connecticut and the East Coast that you could get it every Saturday. And my father would take me.
Sergeant Slaughter was always fighting Nikolai Volkov and Iron Sheik, you know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Did you guys have locals like wrestling groups too? Like we had Stampede Wrestling in Western Canada, which was like the British Bulldogs came out of it and things like that. But we used to go to that live all the time.
Oh yeah.
When I was a kid, I went with my cousin, and when I was visiting Canada, we went to one of those live shows.
Otto, you said you were a wrestling fan?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
and if there's anybody in the chat or watching on Rewind that hasn't been watching the show long, that's exactly what it looks like whenever it comes onto a show or a auction late. So, and when he comes in, he's so fired up, and everybody else, we actually have to bounce him out of the broadcast to get him to calm down.
Yeah, I almost feel bad that I did that, because I was kind of like leading you down the road. I'm like, oh, you're a wrestling fan, huh?
I love it. You had land for sale on Mars, I'd probably give you an offer. You know? Oh my God, Jesus. So collectibles, it's always kind of been there for you, right? Like that's your collecting stuff. Right.
Totally.
What would you say? What else do you collect other than comic books? Like, you know, Roger collects watches, pint glasses. That's right, T-Ravis. That's right. Anything else of relevance that you know that you collect?
Yeah, I used to collect movie posters, like old horror movie posters. Like I used to direct and write horror movies years ago, and so I was obsessed with like Fangoria magazine and anything horror related, and I was able to get some props and things like that from some stuff, and you know, it was like a thing I did for about 10 or 15 years. I still every so often kind of get into it. So
Really?
like I have like the Jason Voorhees mold from Freddy versus Jason, things like that.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's interesting. Favorite horror movie from the 80s?
Oh, damn. Friday the 13th Part 3.
Part
It's a
3.
shit movie. It's a shit movie, but when I was like in 1982, I was like 9 years old. I was a young little kid. I have kids older than that now. And my uncle, who is in retrospect a piece of shit apparently, because he took me to Friday the 13th Part 3 and 3D and without my parents knowing, and it just demolished my soul. And I was absolutely fucking obsessed with this movie because it was like I went on a roller coaster and I survived it, and then I went to school the next day and told everyone, and then the principal called my parents and gave them shit.
Really?
Oh,
man.
man.
It was like a big deal. Yeah.
We all have that one uncle. I happen to be that guy in my family.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
that's awesome. You know what I have to say from the 80s?
Rude Dog, have a good night, brother.
Rudy, where's Rudy going?
Got family stuff to do. You know?
I understand. I understand.
Family guy.
One of my favorite movies from the 80s and horror movies, I'd like to hear what everybody else says in the live chat, was Fright Night, right?
oh hell yeah, yeah.
Fright Night was fantastic. And then they went and redid it, and that was just absolutely awful. You know?
That was.
Never know what you're gonna get, Mike. You never know what you're gonna get.
Do you know a great horror movie for that era? I watched it with my daughter recently because she's at that age where she's like wanting to do that, and we watched Return of the Living Dead.
Okay.
Holy shit, that movie's awesome. It's like a punk rock, 80s punk rock horror movie. That's actually good. Oh yeah, I highly recommend everyone check it out again.
Did it come out after Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah, it came out in like 85, and it's like it's got a cool soundtrack. It's kind of a forgotten, awesome classic. I really recommend it.
Nice.
My kid went nuts for it. Like she thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh my god. That's cool. Well, 80s is everything is all 80s right now. I mean, look at the Karate Kid. It's the hottest thing going, you know.
Look at the clothes that are coming back.
Look at the youngin in the chat dropping some knowledge here.
Silver Bullet is great too. Look at that. Awesome.
Great parenting right there. Great parenting right there. Joey doing Deal's parents did a great job.
Return of the Living
Wesley's
Dead.
parents.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's see. All right. I'm going to. What I want to do now is I want to talk about a few other things, but what title right now, Chris, are you buying, like actively going after? Like, do you want to have all the X-Men 94 to 135? I know you're an X-Men fan. Do you want to have are you like a little bit about your collection? You know?
There's a few things. So I buy two sides of things. So I buy stuff that are, I guess, trend books that I flip to buy this stuff over here. And what I'm trying to buy is all the books I saw when I walked into that comic store in Lethbridge and I saw on the wall. And so it would be those X-Men 94 through about 130-ish. Silver Age X-Men keys. Like X-Men is number one for me. It's like one of the biggest things. My new thing now, everyone probably thinks I'm only into G.I. Joe, but G.I. Joe is I'm obsessed with getting a 9/8 run of G.I. Joe from 1 to 50. So that's my new goal right now. So I'm not very far into it. I'm like about 8 issues.
You got one though. That's a start, right?
Yeah.
As long as you got one, you got something.
I got a couple. But generally, it's that stuff I saw on the wall that I couldn't attain. You know, and so it's generally bronze and Silver Age keys that were, I guess, readily available when we were kids, but now are pretty damn expensive.
Yeah. You know what? And I know Dave will appreciate this, being a Spider-Man fan. Those Romita Spider-Man books, like the 102, like the 120s up to like the 180s, you're not getting those books cheap anymore. You know what I mean? Those are $3 and $5 books. Now they're $20, $30 books, man. It's just
that's wrong.
I'm glad I got them now. I mean, now I have to go after like sub 45. I think I have like 15 or 16 books left in the run. So
wow, that's impressive.
But it's the big ones. It's a real big one.
No, and everything, with you know what, with the new Spider-Man movie and all of us being in it, and the whole world's going to be in it, so everything is, like So we're all in it.
Ultimate
So
Auto's going to be in it.
yeah, Ultimate Auto. Auto can barely handle Auto, let alone an Ultimate Auto. Man. Oh my god. So Chris, before we get started with anything else, I want to talk about, you have been submitting quite a few CGC books, and we're going to hold off just so everybody knows. I have some CGC books that I'm going to unbox. Chris does also, but we're going to hold that to the end. We have a giveaway coming up, but I want to talk to this, Chris, because I think this is very important. And I think for us, not the golden rule is, but like the CGC submission is like the Excalibur. You know what I mean? It's you send your book, you wait, you think, you obsess over it, you get it back. And then it's like, you know, and in a lot of your videos, you've been submitting a lot of books from the 80s, not so much moderns. And by moderns, I mean from like 2000 and up, you know, like the 80s stuff. And you've been getting, which you think is high grade, right? In your opinion. And with all the years of collecting, I definitely respect what you would say about this. And you also have them pressed, and you're not getting what you think you're getting, right? Like,
well, yeah. It's,
so a little bit about that CGC talk right now, because I think that's very important.
It's somewhat controversial. I discovered, because I did my last video, and I probably came off as more bummed than I was. I'm not that bummed. I mean, it is.
You were kind of bummed. It is what it is.
I was a little bummed. I was a little bummed. I was a little shocked because it wasn't. It's just not me that's grading these. I have a partner, not a partner, but like he's a buddy of mine since we were 8. We collected comics since we were 8, and he's a presser, very successful presser out east, and he knows grading better than anyone I've ever known, and we've always been on par with our grading with CGC. Every single time, like every so often you get a weird one here and there, but we were always 9/8, especially copper books. We'd always 9/8, not a problem. Now it's like I said on my video, 9/6 is the new 9/8 for that era of book. It seems like they're just not giving out that grade anymore, and they're being incredibly hard on it. And I don't know how it works at CGC. And again, people are trying to correct me on this, but I stand by it. I think they're harder right now. I think they've been harder since about June of this year. I don't know why. And multiple people have come to me and agreed with me on this, but and people have fought me on it. But I see a huge difference in the last year.
Chris, do you press and clean your own books?
I don't myself. I have a guy in Winnipeg named Greg Gurr. Greg and Greg Pressing on Facebook. I highly recommend him. Best presser you can go to. He does a great job. But again, like I got a X-Men 184, which is a book I believe in, First Forge.
Yes,
the book is pristine and pristine. And I sent 12 copies to Greg. We sent the one best copy, and it came back at 9.4. And it's like I've analyzed this. I cracked it out of the case even. Like I had to know, and I can't find a thing on this book. And it just says light creasing on cover, and I don't know what that means. But I have books that are like 7.0s that say light creasing on cover. That's the grader's note on everything. So I don't know what's going on. If I got, I mean, it's a business, and I guess there's going to be different graders grading books. But there was 2 boxes graded of 25, and one box was graded a lot different than the other box.
Really significant.
I would say noticeably, yes. Yeah.
Noticeably. That's
you're preaching to the choir when it comes to me and my grades at CGC. You just watch any of my unboxing videos, but I don't think my bad luck. I don't think other people are going to disagree. I don't know who's telling you you're wrong, but I think that there's a trend that we're noticing that everybody opens up and goes, "Oh, Jesus Christ, I thought this was going to be a 9.6, it's a 9.2." Or you see that more often, unless. And I mean, tell me if you disagree with me. Unless you do a 25 9.8 pre-screen,
right?
Then,
which I'm doing on my next one.
Magically, we want that extra $25-$30. A book that they may have given 9.6. They don't want to send it back for $5. I don't know, what the truth is to that, but the 9.8 pre-screenings have been ridiculous. People are getting 24 out of 25, 25 out of 25. I think it was E-Rod that got 25. Everett and Uncle Frank did them. They got 9.9s. I mean, you get a 9.9. Like, Gary just got a 9. Gary just had his books come back. You get a 9.9. It's pre-screen. It's all pre-screen. People are not blown away with surprise at higher grades than they thought they were going to get from regular submissions.
Interesting.
Yeah. My next box is that'll come in the next month is a Silver Age box, but they're not like I'm not expecting any 9.6s or 9.8s. It's all like because I like collecting in the VF range, find the VF and that just because it's affordable. So I'm very curious how those are going to come back. I have no idea.
I got a
9.0.
Yeah,
I get an 8.5.
I get an 8.5. Yeah. I got a first Ahsoka at CGC right now, and it's the first time I've been so anxious to find a gradable book because I just
you can't tell Raj. You got to tell.
But the thing is I don't really have an expectation. I'm just excited to get it back. Like normally it's like, it'll be cool when I get these books, man.
Right. A little bit of history about that book. Where'd you find it? It's the hottest book out right now. I mean,
I got it at an auction. It was one of those auctions on YouTube, and it was just at that point where it was starting to blow up, and I knew I stole it from him, and I knew it. I told him after when I sent him my address. So I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I just stole this book from you. It was like, Erod Press said he looked at it. He says, I'm thinking a 9.0.
Okay.
I was thinking 8.85, so I almost peed myself when he said that. So if that thing comes back at that grade, and I paid like $200 for it.
Wow, there you go.
Erod knows his shit too.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Definitely do it. Dave, you just did just to talk a little bit about Dave. Dave, you just did a CGC. You got 50 books, man, right?
Well, I got 41.
41, right? That's funny. That's just an odd number. You got to find more. 9 more.
Yeah, I know I can find more, but
you can find 9 more.
Out of watching Chris's videos, watching a lot of unboxings and stuff like that. Let me tell you, I am terrified to send these books off. I think I'm a pretty good judge of again what a 9.8 caliber type of candidate book is, but I don't know, man. I might wait a little while, wait for the dust to settle a little bit, and then send it in. I have no idea, but yeah, I got 41 queued up to go. I'm sure I can find 9 other ones to make it an even 50, but I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
Hey, Chris, check out the video.
No, yeah, check it out now. It's on 3 Minute Basement. Chris, so would you agree to all this? I mean, do you see that that's what's happening? Like, it seems.
I feel I have to agree. I took so much shit for those videos. Like, I got messages on IG like, "You just don't know how to fucking grade." And
really,
so much. Oh yeah, lots of guys were like, "You just don't know how to grade." And it's
I think that's
I've been doing this for 30 years, guys. I know.
Correct. Now, let me tell you something, and I'm going to be honest with you, and this is what I say, and and our friends at Aegis of Alaska, they say this, and I believe it. Like, I am about that life. And Chris, let me tell you something. You are about that life because I know the way you talk about these books in the history, because there are some things that you don't know about the books unless you bought them off the rack and you gobbled them up. So you are about that life. So you know what? Those haters, they can go screw. You know what I mean? You know what you're talking about. And that, you know what? And to be honest with you, that's why you're here. You know what I mean? And I knew, and I know that. I know authentic people and I know real people, and that's why I'm around the friends that I have and the company that I keep in the live chat here. And so that's ridiculous. So you know your stuff and you know what's going on.
Oh yeah,
and there's just that's it. So that's just ridiculous. So,
but I'm saying, getting back to it, it's like I do think that we're in a tough grading scenario. I do think they're aware of it. I do think that because there's so many videos online of guys going through the same shit as we are, getting hit with bad grades. They must notice it by now. They must be getting phone calls. There must be something going on. I don't know how that affects them on their business angle of it all, but we'll see. We'll see. We've seen it switch back and forth. I got a box back during COVID. Remember when COVID hit?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I got the gift grade box of the century. Like, there was books there. I was expecting 9.0s and they were all 9.6s.
Okay.
And these were like Bronze Age, beautiful X-Men books.
Yep.
And like, I was shocked. I mean, I won the day, but that was. I think everyone was like feeling bad for us because of COVID. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
it's so unpredictable, and I have 2 separate boxes here that we're gonna do later, and we can do that. So we got 72 people watching. I'm gonna do a giveaway, but we haven't had a chance to talk about our sponsor yet. So before we move forward, we're 40 minutes into this. Let's watch a little bit of video about our presser, Rocket Comics, and then we're going to do a giveaway. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty. So Rocket Comics are our presser. That's who we send our books to. All first customer. Look at that's a
Nice.
is that a big bottle? You're just happy to see us. There you go. Cheers, man. Nice. So Rocket Comics is your one-stop shop for all your pressing needs, you guys. All new customers will get 20% off their first initial pressing and then 10% off all returning customers. So check out Rocket Comics. I'm sending a bunch of big books to them. And that should be a lot of fun. We'll get those books back soon. So I have a giveaway. I have a little auto mystery box that I put together for everybody. It's got some raw books, and I tried to be a little bit eclectic when I did this. So here's my giveaway. I have a question, guys. Did you get it? I sent you the text message for the answer.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So do not answer until you see the starting line. Make sure you're on.
You need to do a starting line.
Yeah, I need you to start line. But are we in live chat or top chat for this?
We are in live
You
chat.
got to be in live chat, and I'm entering the starting line on YouTube, not in StreamYard. So,
All right.
You got it, Raj?
yeah, I got it.
All right. So, with everything going on in the world, my greatest escape for the past 7 days has been Cobra Kai season 3. I don't know if everybody in the live chat agrees with me, but it is an absolute home run. I enjoyed season 1. I enjoyed season 2.
What is this show you speak of?
Oh my God! It's about the robots coming to the planet.
It's so good.
Dragons.
It's about the dragons that are burning the zombies, and that's it. So, Chris, are you watching Cobra Kai at all?
I just finished it 2 nights ago.
You did, okay. Probably
Yeah,
same
it
thing
was
as me.
awesome. I
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I stayed up till like 4 a.m. watching it and got like 3 hours sleep. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So I was giving myself 2 episodes a day, and then when the United States was burning, I said I'm just going to watch it all and forget it. So I finished it. Dave, are you watching it at all? Paying any attention to it?
I watched season 1. I gotta catch up.
You got to catch up.
It gets better. It gets better.
There's so many callbacks to it. So Roger, how about you?
Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
No, I have not watched it.
Okay,
My wife wants me to watch it with her.
and you're just not
Oh,
gonna
there you
watch
go.
it.
It's the origin of the karate chop from Michael P.
You know
The
what?
problem is, I have a problem with any show that I can binge watch. That's my problem because I won't stop watching. If I like it, I won't sleep for 3 days.
Right.
I'm the same way. I'm totally
Yeah,
the same way.
so I have a tough time committing to watching a show that releases, a season at a time because I know my personality and I'm going to be miserable for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
I'm like that too, though, because I took it on as a challenge when HBO Go was doing the 30-day trial to completely catch up with Game of Thrones. So I literally watched
Oh my God.
season 1 through season 6 in that 30-day time span. So it's stupid. I don't know why I did that.
Best show of the year though is Ted Lasso. It's on Apple TV. It's the best show of the year. Blew
People
my
have been
mind.
raving about that.
Wow. Yeah. It's just like so heartfelt. You'll love it.
Yep. People have the same problem as you, Raj. So so I do have a question. So let's get the starting line going.
Let's
I'm
go.
ready. Waiting for you, bro.
All right. So here's the question. In Cobra Kai season 3, there are now 3 dojos. There is Cobra Kai, Miyagi-Do Karate, and another one that Johnny Lawrence has to open.
Wait for the starting line.
Not
Wait
answer
for the
this.
starting line.
So you see the starting line to win the auto mystery box that I'm giving
So
away
the,
tonight.
so the question is, what's the name of the third dojo?
Third dojo, correct.
Okay. See, the coworker doesn't know how to follow directions.
That is not the complete answer. That is not the complete answer. JLS Comic wins it. Is that who you're saying?
Boom.
Yeah. That's what I got. JLS.
Karate. All right, there you go. Eagle Fang Karate.
DLS,
So,
yeah.
Oh,
Copy Lawrence.
Copy 801. That's probably what I would have answered.
Right,
Someone needs to name their kid that. Eagle Fang.
yeah, Eagle Fang, right? No, and
That's a great name.
it's unbelievable the way the actor William Zabka, am I saying that name right? Sells it as far as a third dojo because it is a great escape, you guys, and I'm not going to be bewildered. How am I saying that? I'm not going to beat it down. It's just a lot of fun to watch, so I'm thoroughly enjoying that.
That's what I would have
Comic
answered.
Forge.
That's
I don't know
not
if you
it.
guys saw Comic Forge, Nerdy Girl Shit Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I gotta ask about that. Has there been any reply to her? Because she said there's a bunch of videos I've been noticing about her mystery boxes being not the best. And has she been replying to any of this, or?
I haven't gotten anything myself, so
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know Roger got
You
something.
mean these? You mean these?
Yeah. I'll give you about $8 for those. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So,
I'd feel bad taking that much.
yeah, it's like- oh my God. All right, so we did that. We got that recent pickups. While we're on the topic of what Chris collects, Dave, Raj, you got any questions for Chris before we move on to our next area?
No, I think I don't. I'm not gonna speak for Dave, but
No.
The conversation back and forth is good enough. I don't need to.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. And of course, we're going to stay on for about another hour, so we got a lot of stuff, and Chris is going to join us. So anybody that has any questions for Chris or comments, just put them in a live chat, and we'll get it out there. So, Raj, you got, what do we have? We have recent pickups.
Recent pickups.
What have we been picking up lately? I mean, I showed that book that I got from Short Box. So
start with me.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Throw you on over. Boom.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
You gotta
hold on.
highlight this guy, man.
I love that you play that. That you play your own video.
I love that shift made it small enough so it's easy to play, so you don't see how embarrassing that night actually was for me. So.
It was hilarious. It was great.
So I don't know. I picked this up. I was going to add it to the things we talk about that we're reading because I thought it was the first book was actually really, really good, but it's just a regular A cover. I got this on eBay.
Hey,
Mr.
All right,
It
there we
Thoro
go.
was talking about this, how they mention a character's name from Mandalorian in this book, even though it's not considered like a first appearance or anything. So I said, what the hell? Popped up. I got this on Instagram, actually. Someone had, I'm not going to remember his name now, of course, but basically picture of 6 books, and you just claimed them. So,
oh, boom. Nice.
back when it was first blowing up, I sold my copy, so I'm very happy to put that back in my collection. It's definitely, I bought this at an auction. It came with this book.
Oh, nice. That's the Walmart book, right?
Yeah.
Very nice.
So it also came with this Walmart book.
Oh, very nice.
Nice. I like that.
So
That's dope.
yeah, I got a good deal on that on the auction. Got this little lot also on an auction.
There
I
you
love these
go.
covers.
This is kind of a random lot,
That's one of my
yeah.
favorite books. That's a
What
great
is that
book.
doing next to a modern book?
I'm
Like,
telling you, this was a random.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. Very cool.
Great cover. Woo.
All right.
That was tough to get in super high grade.
This is all together. These are all together in you know who I got these from? Manny NYC.
There you go.
Is that BLC's? Not BLC's. Biggie's.
Yeah, shout out DNY Warriors.
Yeah,
Friend
my
of the
Warriors,
channel.
Friends of the channel. That's right. These also came from. These came from a Jay Blitz auction from the dude that wears the hat. Big smile on his face all the time.
the dude that wears the hat.
Yeah, you guys would know him if you saw him. So, anyways, that's a throw in. That's a throw.
Oh,
These two are that's a true movie. So
yeah, I didn't see the True Believers at the top.
Oh, there you go. Love that book.
That's dope. Oh, Burn 1859 in the house. What's up, dude?
I really bought the lot for this one.
Oh,
Tyler Christopher right there.
oh,
That's a great cover.
Yeah.
immediate slab.
And,
Immediate.
Yeah, fraction of what they're going for online for sure.
Is that slab worthy, Raj?
That is definitely slab worthy. Brand
And
new. I doubt he opened it up.
First one of the year, I think. Raj, is that a 9.9 behind you?
But as a matter of fact, that is a 9.9. Thank you very much, T. Ravis, for noticing. Nothing wrong with the spines, a little roll that can be easily pressed out. So it comes with a certificate of authenticity.
All right.
Oh, yeah, from
4,000
Marvel, right?
copies.
Yeah.
Lot limited to 4,000 copies. So that's all I got for pickups. I have the boxed heroes, but we'll do that after. But that's all I got for recent pickups.
Okay.
And
Nice.
also a bunch of the future state, but we're going to talk about that later too. So
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about future state later. So I do have some recent pickups too. Here's a question I have for Chris while we're talking about these books. Rod, you can put it back to Chris. Are you smoking what they're selling on all these Star Wars books? Are you buying any of these, or it's a hard pass? So you're just
It's not a hard pass. I actually feel bad that I didn't get into it earlier. Obviously, there's so much financing I could have gotten off of it, but
yeah, right.
I love Star Wars deeply, like we all do, because we're that age. But it was overwhelming to me. It was just overwhelming. There was so much to go after, and I just missed the boat. And that's fine. You can't buy everything.
No, you can't buy everything, right? You can't buy everything. That's what I say all the time. You know, and you can't buy everything. Roger knows I say this all the time.
Sometimes you're lucky enough to what you choose to buy blows up, and sometimes what you pass on blows up even more.
Just love the books you got, man.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, but for me though, this is funny, and I wonder if people in the live chat will agree with me. For me, as a child growing up as a kid, like Star Wars was in space. Star Wars was the movies. Star Wars was my toys. You know what I mean? Comic books were like what I read and gobbled up, and those were like the X-Men. You know, so I could, Darth Vader, that opening scene in A New Hope, that changed my life. You know what I mean? So that's what was really just mind blowing for me to see something like that. That's why Darth Vader will always be my favorite villain of all time, and that's probably why I'm a villain guy. You know, I thoroughly enjoy watching the villains more than I do the heroes. But that was my toys, and that was the movies that I saw. Comic books was what I read and gobbled up, and taught me how to read. And then, but like fantasy, I couldn't grasp, like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I didn't have any background knowledge for that. So that was kind of it. But I have been dabbling into Star Wars stuff in the beginning. So I have, been getting some books. But the other day, we were talking about, the news just blew about the Wedge Antilles series. So I jumped on eBay and I bought the whole Rogue Squadron series for my pickups.
Oh,
so
nice.
I picked up, 1, 2, 3, and 4, all high grade, because if this is what is her name? Who just did Wonder Woman?
Patty Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins. If she's going to run it by this, if this is what she's basing on, I'd rather have it than not. I mean, am I going to go out and buy everyone slabs? I'd love to. I'd also love a toilet made of gold, but that's not going to happen, So I'm just doing that. So those were my pickups, small pickups, and I did go to the LCS today.
Toilet made of gold.
I mean,
of all the things you can have in your house made of gold, you picked a toilet.
Well, fuck, that's what I spend. I'm at least there every day, if not 5 times a day. If I bought gold and put it in my pocket, I would never see it. That would be some, sitting on it.
Good use out of it for sure. That's a good point.
I'm taking a lot of stuff now.
I don't often, but that's okay. So, did that, and I did go to my LCS today, and I did pick up. Shout out to Wayne and Eileen at Heroes and Hitters. I did get my copy of High Republic. I got my 2 back issues of the Juggernaut, which I'm reading right now, and I think I'm on issue 6. I'm absolutely digging it. Fabian Nicenza was the writer, and it's just a great aspect. It's just a great story about one of my favorite characters, who Kane Marco, you never really heard. I mean, you've got his backstory and you've got his ancillary stories, but this is all about him and how he's relating to his character and what he has to do to kind of survive in the real world. So just fun book for me to be collecting. So that was my recent pickups.
Oh my God. I didn't know that was possible. Oh my God. Oh, now I got to watch that video later.
Oh, no. There we go.
I got to see this.
Dave, any recent pickups for you?
No, I haven't bought a comic book in a month. How about that?
Really?
What?
Whenever you got young kids in Christmas time.
Yeah, exactly.
I could have done an hour showing books. I picked the best.
Yeah, my LCS has called me. He's like, "You coming to pick up soon?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just can't get there. Kids, life."
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm telling you. Chris,
Yes.
what are you reading anything right now? Are you collecting anything new off? Like, are you hitting the LCS and buying stuff?
No,
No,
I've just been buying old stuff, man. I was reading a few things years ago, but it's like I can only put my money into so much stuff. I got 2 teenagers now, and they're all, one's playing football and they're skiing and they're playing hockey and all this stuff.
Right, those snowshoes can't be cheap, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, right. The snow, that's what they're doing right now. They're snowshoeing right now.
Right, and so you got to buy 2 for each one. So my God,
exactly. Yeah. So no, I only give them 1 each. But
let them hop.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I'd be honest. I love reading the graphic novels like 3 years afterwards. I know that sounds just because I love the stories, but I can't keep up to everything. I just can't do it with my work and stuff. I work like 16-hour days, so it's ridiculous. Yeah.
No, I hear you. And it's tough to get. You can't buy everything and you can't read everything. But the Juggernaut was one of my favorite characters. That's why I picked it up. I'm definitely going to read the High Republic and see what was going on with that. I was reading Immortal Hulk. I was enjoying that.
That was good.
Unworthy Thor, I enjoyed. So there is stuff that I enjoy. But a good friend of mine, shout out to Mr. Wonkers, as a very generous Christmas gift, gave me my first omnibus. And it's the X-Men 94 through 137, The Death of Phoenix, which to me is the ultimate pinnacle of my comic book, right? So, I mean, I just gobble all that up, and you can see about what I'm collecting. So, so that's what I've been buying, and I don't know what everybody else is buying in the live chat, but those are some things that I'm enjoying, and you can tell by what Lords of the Long Box is doing with, the top 10 and the movers and shakers, what people are buying. So it's just fun stuff. Something Killing the Children, is the hottest thing. I'm not reading that. Dave, you're reading that?
No, I'm reading Department of Truth, which is
Department of Truth, right?
I'm actually reading that.
So you are reading something, Chris. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
It's like if the art is tough. The art is kind of tough to get through, but the story is bananas.
Right,
it's kind of effed up, but I think it fits in with present times.
Right, I'm telling you, my God. So, my God, we are kicking right now. We got 81 people watching.
Nice.
We're going at about an hour. So I would like to break some big news to you guys, and for all the people that have been following 3 Men in a Basement, we have another event planned. And that event is coming to Connecticut. We are going to have another comic crawl. This will be our third one, and we're going to talk about it in a few and just give you some details. So the comic crawl itself will be Saturday, January 30th. Okay. What's fun about this one is we're starting. Okay,
Sorry,
guys,
Dave.
we're starting at Sarge's Comics at 10 a.m. in New London, Connecticut. Okay.
10 a.m. Is he open yet?
No, he's not. He's opening specially for us, you guys.
Get out of here.
Yes, I'm telling you, that's how much he loves us hanging out there, And so it's Sarge's Comics in New London, Connecticut. We're all going to try to make it. We will have swag bags for anybody who wants to participate. Please let Roger, myself, or Dave in a Cave know on Instagram if you plan on attending, just so we can have enough stuff for you guys and just so we have an idea of what we're bringing. This is the third one. The first two have just been absolutely fantastic. I have 3 stops planned, possibly 4. And my plan is for everybody that lives in the tri-state area, New York and New Jersey, we are going to start at the furthest point and work our way west towards Hartford.
We learned our lesson.
Yes, right. And we didn't think that it wasn't fair. So we want to, throw it out to you guys. But listen, you got to go to Sarge's first to find out where the other stops are. That's it. So
like
let us know.
Hunt.
It's like a scavenger hunt of comics, right? And all these guys want us, all the owners want us there. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
When you come, what do we always have waiting for people when they show up to our crawls?
Right, we got swag bags, goodie bags, right?
And listen, guys, it's the new year. We got all our new branding. Look at our new logos. This is our new banner, which will be the basis of our t-shirts, probably.
Yeah.
Dave.
Look at that guy.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh yes.
And then
yeah. And we want to give a shout out to the
Alex
illustrator.
Garcia. Yes, Alex. If you're not following Alex Garcia _ illustrator on Instagram, you should be. He did all of our logos for us. He originally had sent me an ALK and went in with a sketch, and when he realized I was going to use it as a logo, he said, he said, I want to do one better because I don't want people to know that I just, I want if I knew you're going to use it for a logo. So once he did mine, we realized that all 3 of us having a similar logo like that would be absolutely awesome. So I think everything came out great.
Nice. Yep. Josh asking the tough questions.
No, you don't get to find that out until you get the shirt.
You gotta show up, man. What do you think? My God, we've got the silk screen into the stars.
Murph, come through, man. Murph, come through.
Murph. That's right. Trust me. That's why I think so. Anybody in the live chat, if you've been there, let us know what your thoughts are. I know BLC came to our last one, but I'm not going to belabor this and just tell you that it's a good time because it is a good time. And it's not, you get to dig in places in comic shops that, you can do. It's pretty much all cash and PayPal. Raj, tell us a little bit about your experiences. It's been fantastic. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I just dropped a video the other day one of the places we stopped maybe where that honey hole was, where I got all those books for cheap. I mean, and not only that, but meeting the guys in the community that you talk to on YouTube, you talk to on the chat. I get to meet Joker for the first time, and Manny and Erod. If it wasn't for the crawl, I mean, eventually we would have met up, but I wouldn't have met him. Dave always comes up, and I get to meet Thunderhouse Comics when on our last one. Just really cool. It's a fun day. We find some place to eat. We got to go to a bunch of stores. Store owners typically get not overwhelmed, but so overtaken with the fact of how many there are that they're giving us really good deals because of it, knowing that we're there to buy comics. So, and if they want us to come back next time, that they better give us good deals. So,
all right. So Chris, you're more than welcome to join us January 30th.
See you then.
Yeah,
Come on
man, and come and join us. So
I think the borders are shut down, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Just come over once, and then you can just say you're my cousin. We'll figure it out.
Exactly. Sounds good.
Or Roger. You and Roger.
Oh yeah, I'm Otto's cousin. Oh, come on over.
Yeah.
You know that guy from YouTube? He's my cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin. That's right. All right.
Staying in the grotto.
Yes, that's right. That's all you need to say. I'm saying in the grotto. They'll be like, here, go ahead. You'll never be the same when you come out, but that's okay.
That's
all
okay.
Right. This is funny. Abbott's Ford comic fan. Who let this Vancouver Comic Junkie guy on the show? You know what?
That's Matt. Yeah, I know that.
Oh, really? There you go.
Yeah,
nice.
He's a guy. He's like he's my guy. Like you guys have a little group. He's one of my little comic guys. Nice. Yeah, we kind of go out and pick up books. It's not. One thing I wanted to say, guys, like your show, I find to be amazing simply because there's a lot of people that don't have access to friends in their own age bracket or friends at all that collect. And it's almost like fantasy role play watching you guys like going out and doing all this stuff. Like people out there just don't get an opportunity to do this stuff and have a group of people to support them in it. And you guys, you definitely fill a really nice niche, especially during COVID.
Thank you, man.
People can watch this. I think it's a really nice.
Yeah, we're definitely blessed to live in an area that's more compact than a lot of places.
Yeah.
So being on the East Coast in the tri-state area, all of us from Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, we're an hour away from each other. So it's nothing to get 10 people together and go around hitting comic shops.
Yeah.
One day I'm coming out. I'm coming out one day. It's happening.
Oh yeah, terrific.
There you go. I was just gonna say it.
And then we might have a concert that weekend too, right, Dave? If that's what.
God, I hope so. If we get back to normal, Rage is gonna be up at Mohegan. I think the same time as Terrificon.
I'll never be the same after something like that.
Way.
Yeah. So we're just, we're really, just so you guys know, for all the new viewers on our channel and stuff like that, I just said that. I can't believe it. I was trying not to say it, but
not the first time.
Oh, it's okay. One of the things that Roger and I talked about, because that's how we created this. We created this down in a grotto, sitting around my bar, talking about things and talking about comics. And Bernie 1869 was there, and I want this, and I hope this is relaying in the conversation or the way that we're having this. That we're just a bunch of guys sitting around a table, having a couple drinks and just forgetting about the real world. And I think and then getting together, it's all stemmed because we want to try to make this channel better for you guys. And you know what? If I got to call a couple comic shops, if Roger's got to call a couple comic shops to get something together, then let's do it. Dave comes up, we got the silk screener making some shirts. It's all well worth it. You know what I mean? So it's very important.
And don't be, don't think I'm kidding when we say we make sure the comic shops understand. If you want us back, you will give us good deals. Because and the guy from Sarge's definitely understood after the first time we went.
Yeah,
and he opened up on a Sunday, probably thinking, "What the hell am I doing?" And 10 guys came walking in, and he put a bunch of cash in his pocket.
Yep.
After that, he's like, "Whatever you need, pizza, I'll get it. Just let me know." So
just a lot of fun. So we've been going for 65 minutes. We're going to keep going a little bit longer. We wanted to start a new segment, you guys. So when I was thinking about this, and we were talking about all the books that we collect and all the different things, we came up with a new segment that it's going to be called My Favorite, right? And every week we're going to change it. And then why don't you guys give us some ideas what you would like to see as far as our favorites? But this I thought was important because we are all collectors. We all have our favorite books. But how about your favorite slabbed books? How about your
Ooh.
favorite slab books under $100? Right, because those are always a good
Just
deal.
got a super chat from King of the Golden State. Shout out to Chris
look
and
at
the
this.
3 hosers in the basement.
Yeah,
The
well,
King of the Golden State.
King of the Golden State.
There you
The,
go.
the Master Hunter.
The Master Hunter, the guy who dropped
The-
the hammer. You know what? He showed a big book today on Instagram. That mother effer, but
Let's give this guy a super
let's give him a
chat.
super chat. Why not, Dave? You worked hard.
Hey, I got Bob Sugar on the other line. I better hear you say it. Yeah, no. Show you the money. Not show you. Show me the money. Show me the money. Yeah. Louder. Show me the money. That's it, brother. But you got to yell that shit. Show me the money. I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money. Show me the money.
All right, there you go.
Money, baby.
Show me the money. So, who has a freaking slab for $100? A few of us do, right? I mean, because I always said it's cheaper to buy a slab for $100. If it's worth it, you get it. So we have that. So I'm going to show off my first book, you guys, just to give you an idea and the backstory behind it. And that's what we're going to do because we're all about comics and we're all about that life.
Yeah.
So,
Did you say what our favorite? I don't think we said. I think you just kind of mentioned it, but it's this week's topic is.
yes, this week's topic is my favorite slab under $100, right? So not the most valuable that we bought and it got up in value or anything like that. It's my favorite slab that I own that you paid less than $100 for. So, all right, BX Boxer. All right.
Oh, look at this guy. Bang. Here's the 2021 hope. This year is good
Thank
to the
you very much, brother. Appreciate that,
Thank
man.
man. Give him another super chat. We'll switch it up.
Yeah,
Let's
why
go,
not? We got something else.
Yeah, we got those. There we
Friendly
go.
neighborhood Spider-Man. So
3D
All right.
action there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
All
not
right.
Friday the 13th, but hey.
hey,
Exactly.
All right, Ever, you gonna kick it off?
I'm going to kick it off. I'm going to show
I'm
you
gonna-
this
Wait,
book.
hold on. I'm gonna highlight that guy.
I like that guy.
There you go.
All right. So this book is by far one of my favorite books, and I'll give you a little bit of backstory. I probably own 4 copies of this book raw, plus the original copy of it from when I had when I was a kid. Okay. So my favorite slab worth under $100 is this Marvel 2-in-1 Annual 7. Okay.
All right.
This is a classic cover done by Ron
Sasquatch.
Wilson. Sasquatch is on the cover, Namor, Hulk, Thor, Colossus. And this is a great, but this is the first appearance of the champion. Okay. In this story, the champion comes to the earth, right? He comes to the earth. He wants to fight somebody in this boxing match and he holds Earth at bay. I mean, here's my raw copy that I have that I just happen to have hanging around. I have a copy signed by Ron Wilson himself.
Nice.
To me, that's what way I have a poster that he signed for me. But here's how this fight went. I'll give you a little bit of synopsis of this story. So he gets all these guys, all these great fighters, right? Doc Samson, Sasquatch, Namor, Thor, Hulk, Colossus. They go to this training area where they're being trained. Doc Samson gets knocked out by some robot with like 3 punches. Like Doc Samson's like, I'm ready to go. And then this machine hits him 3 times and he's gone. Bang. He's done. Colossus is in there working out. Sasquatch is in there working out. Namor just stands there and says, I refuse to be part of this. Like in his high, mortality, not mortality, but his highfalutin, air about him. Boom, he gets bounced. He leaves. Wolverine says, how do you expect me to box with these, with his boxing gloves, and pops his claws? So he gets gone. Then they're all training and they get to the ring. And now it's Sasquatch who doesn't get 1 punch in against a champion and gets knocked out in 4 punches. So Sasquatch is gone. Okay. Thor is in there boxing with the hammer, throws the hammer and gets disqualified. So he's gone. Okay. Wonder Man, forget about Wonder Man. Wonder Man got 1 punch. He was done. And then the Hulk rips his gloves off, which is a very, very cool picture in this book that Ron Wilson did of Hulk ripping his gloves off and he gets bounced. So the thing is and Colossus doesn't stand a chance. Colossus gets a couple punches in, but the champion just eats them. Reminds me reminiscent of when Hulk fought Thanos. But then the thing gets in there. And big old Blue Eyes gives it his best. I mean, he's taking punches. He's giving punches. He's going like crazy. And finally, he is just beaten to a pulp, and the champion stands over him and he says, "Why don't you just quit?" And as I've said this many times in this show, this is my favorite line ever. The Thing looks up and just says, "I'm just too stupid to quit." And champion grabs him and brings him up. And then, he says, "I could never beat you." And then he saves the earth. But just, this is like by far one of my favorite books, one of these books that I hope to have forever. And when I've spoken to Ron Wilson about this, he's just a nice guy. And though it'll never be worth thousands, it's just a great part of my childhood. And I will actually say, because when I was buying this, I couldn't afford all the X-Men books. I couldn't afford all the Namor books or the Thor books. But in these little cameos, I could, and I could absorb that. So this was one of my favorite books by far to collect. So that's my first book right there. And I'll turn it over to our guest. Chris, how about you?
I got some weird ones. By the way, I love that book, by the way.
Thank you.
That was really cool. So when I was a kid, I was obsessed with 3D books. Talk about 3D again. I don't know why I was. It probably had something to do with that Friday 13th experience. But Alien Worlds, Three-Dimensional Alien Worlds was a book that I ended up getting somehow, and it made me obsessed. But to get Alien Worlds issue 1, which I think this issue here, these books are fucking incredible, guys. Like they're the EC books of the 80s. No one's caught on. You can get these all for under $100 in 9.8. Alien Worlds and Twisted Tales. Bruce Jones wrote these like the Rod Serling of the 80s, the best horror writer ever. Yeah. And if you guys dive into these things, you will not regret it. And you got Dave Stevens covers, you've got Bernie Wrightson covers, the best of the best, and they're practically given away on eBay. So I highly recommend these.
Alien Worlds is called.
Yep. It's by Pacific Comics. Alien Worlds. The other book is Twisted Tales. It's kind of like brother sister.
So is that like a one-shot book?
No, they only made 10 of each.
Yeah,
but they are truly astonishing books. Every issue.
Pacific Comics was big in the 80s, right?
Yeah. Todd McFarlane actually owns all the rights to these now. And years ago, I tried to acquire them myself, and I found out you couldn't because he owned them. But I couldn't recommend them enough, guys. They're so awesome.
Right, no, I'm digging it, man. Thank you for showing me.
But I actually have a couple.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, cool. So back to this book. Talk about 3D, because I collect 3D books. This book is impossible to get. It's a Kirby book from '82. Yeah. Low print run. It was like my White Whale as a kid. I couldn't find this damn book until my buddy Greg just sent me a 9.8 copy like about 2 years ago out of the blue. And this is my favorite. Well, it's one of my favorite slab books I own.
Really?
And it's I don't know what it's worth. I have no idea. I don't even care. I adore this book. And it's just Kirby goodness, I love Kirby.
What year was that? Can you tell me what year that is?
82.
82, okay.
But from what I've discovered, it was just a promo book for a company that was doing 3D stuff at the time.
Really?
And they paid Kirby like a small fortune to do this.
Yeah, I've never seen that book ever.
No one really has. You can buy them on eBay. They exist in low grade and stuff for like $3. So, and if I was going to go with an investment book that is under $100, I'd go with Captain America 217.
Okay.
Under a 9.4, you can get it for under $100. First Quasar, beginning of Quasar. And this book I think has huge legs for anyone who's looking for an investment book. Yep. I would go with this right here. So,
really? I'm going to write that down. Highlight that guy, Roger.
Yeah, highlight that. Highlight this guy, man.
Oh boy! Oh, it's my turn. All right. Yeah, I didn't go that in depth. I was like $100 book, one that I really like.
How about you, Dave? Like these guys are like maybe you and I should have led that.
So
everyone's got the whole storyline now.
So I mean, I guess the little backstory on this. This is actually one of the first Amazing Spider-Man variants that I ever bought when I decided to jump back into the run. So it's actually Amazing Spider-Man 700. It's actually the Midtown Comics connecting cover, and it's a J. Scott Campbell banger. 9/8. Gorgeous.
Wow.
Love this book. One of my favorites. I mean, it's always on display down here. Usually it's literally right to the left of me. I don't have the connecting cover yet, but I mean it's the death of Peter Parker, so you know.
Yeah.
I like it.
Say Doc Ock is on the other side of it.
Oh, well, the connecting cover is actually Superior Spider-Man 1.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so and that's a Midtown Comics exclusive too.
Yeah.
Tough
I
book to
can
find.
dig it, man. Look at that. Another book
Yeah.
I've never seen. My God.
Yeah, this
That's it.
is awesome.
It's really under $100.
Yeah, this is one of the first variants that I bought when I jumped back in. So I bought it raw. I think I bought it raw for $25, and then with the grading and the signature, I'm still under $100. So
Yeah.
Nice.
I can dig it, man.
It's a great book.
there you go. That's me.
Highlight this guy, man.
There you go.
All right, before I show this book, I'm going to, ahead of time, apologize to the fans of the Cranky Canadian.
Oh boy.
And if somebody can tell me after I show them why I'm apologizing ahead of time, someone not on the panel, obviously, first person to type it in, I'm going to send something free.
Oh,
Okay.
freebie.
So this is Transformers Terminator #1.
Ooh.
Ah, look at this guy.
Oh, look at that. That is killer, man. That is so killer.
And
That's dope.
I don't just have one. I have two.
Oh,
Hey.
look at that. Look at Prime on the back.
And it's not because I want to read it more than once. It's because it's a connecting cover.
Oh,
Oh, I think Joey doing deals got it.
I got them both at a 9.8.
Nice.
oh my God. So dope.
Yeah, Joey doing deals, man.
Joey
You get
doing
yourself a
deals.
prize, bro. This is an Unknown Comics exclusive variant. So, to my defense, I bought these, and they even had them slabbed before Unknown screwed me over on those boxes, and their customer service turned to a bag of shit. So, so I have two of them, and this freaking art is unbelievable. This is I always screw up his name. Alan Quay or Qua is the artist on this, and that's the front of the book.
So dope.
This should be the front of the book.
Prime.
I don't know
Look at
why
that.
Optimus is the back of the book, but
I have no idea, but that is a great Prime.
it's unbelievable. So being able to have
King of the Gold.
wrap around together.
No, this was before.
What do you say?
Was it the unknown apology variant?
No. This was way before they sent me a bag of shit in boxes.
Yeah, he was legitimately excited to get that set. I remember that.
Yeah, and we sent that in. Everett and I did we sent. I know, Joey. I'm sorry, man. Forgive me, please. And that was part of a collection where Everett and I sent books to CGC directly without having them pressed. Right? We were just trying to
just get them in. We need
get some books in, and I had those two there, and yeah, it came back 9.8. It's beautiful. I absolutely love them. I can't wait till I can mount them on the wall next to each other. But yeah, Joey, I'm sorry to disappoint you, brother. Here's a little tidbit of advice for you, man. Life is full of disappointments. Get used to it.
That's it. Forget about it. This is the pinnacle of it right here, everybody.
Are you happy, Roger? Oh God!
Oh my God!
This is my happy show. I saved the misery for the Cranky Canadian.
Great Canadian, right? So that being said, we've got some other things that we're going to talk about. I've got an AOK that I want to show off from actually the coworker, right?
Nice.
Yeah,
And I know Dave in the Cave has a coworker, but before we get started, you guys, I don't know if you caught the Lords of the Longbacks last night, but Movers and Shakers, we did a top 10 last night, which was really good. A lot of obscure books. But this weekend, this Sunday, TiVo, the crew from Cover Price is going to be on it. They have 100+ books that they're going to talk about. The biggest movers and shakers, 100+ books of the year. Probably, 6 p.m. Pacific, maybe 8 o'clock Eastern. If I'm saying that right, 8 or 9 o'clock. So just look out for that. I'm sure the Lords will put that out. So, Dave, you got an AOK? Did you get something cool?
I did get an AOK. Hold on, let me get my stuff together here. So shout out to Noah in the chat. Finally got this morning, actually. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, included a nice note. I mean, you can't see it, but oh well. But no, it was really nice. But he gave me 2 comics and a card. So we'll start with the card first. So it's a Marvel Now. It's actually a cannonball, and it's actually signed by Dustin Weaver.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty
Very
cool. And then for books, he got me sent an Aquaman 1 signed by Dan Jurgens.
Oh, nice.
And
Very
then
nice.
he got me or sent a Convergence 0 signed by Dan Jurgens. So
Very nice.
pretty cool stuff. Noah, again, great member of the community. I know he watches our show with his pops. So shout out you guys and thank you so much for that AOK.
Nice. Awesome.
nice.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. I'm glad.
Yeah,
we
that's
were
awesome.
able to- Yeah, man. Good stuff. From
Hey, I just
everybody.
noticed I didn't get to do my mail call.
Ah,
Shit.
We'll get there. We'll get there after the AOKs.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
We got
Highlight this guy, man.
all right. So I got a message from Jesus Ortiz, aka the coworker, who is, as we know, Roger's coworker, and he sent me this, and he goes, "Hey Otto, I wanted to send you something. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can open it before and show it, or you can do whatever. You can just wait and then open it up during the show." So I did a little pre-prepping.
nice.
So you guys, I don't have to waste everybody's time and cut my hand open. So
Yeah, we won't.
this is the box that he sent me. And
Ooh,
it's
very
got
cool.
the
First
first-
Rhino.
Yeah, so I'm in a meeting at work. I come back and this thing's sitting on my desk.
and then what does it say? Bring the Otto.
Yeah, it says to Otto from the coworker. AOK.
Right. So I did it right there. So I did open it up, and so I prepped it open, and we're gonna see what it is. So it does come with a note, and it says, "All right, Otto, here's a little something from Jesus, Alex, and Cecilio. We're going to be known as Jack Stands, JAC Stand.
That's
For
funny.
all your slab stands, this is a little AOK. We'd like your honest opinion on how you think we did, and hope you like it. Sincerely, the guys from Jack Stands."
Oh, they
P.S.
did now. You got one of these first before I did.
Oh, you know about these?
Oh my god! Now that you read that,
All right, there we go. So it says,
I
"P.S.
know.
You've been jacked." All right. So,
me and
Well,
Ace have a
okay.
little talk on Monday.
all right. Look at this. Look at
Oh,
this
what the? That's dope. Claim.
little
claim.
prototype for. Oh no, I don't want to. So now I should have this right here. So let's see. So right here,
You get the book in
I got
backwards,
it
but
backwards.
yeah.
So look, I'm looking at because there is something on the back which is really cool. So,
oh, that's
so there
dope.
we go. Look at that.
Wow.
That's
Nice little
awesome.
thing. And you know what? I'm such an accessory whore. This platform is big. So look at that. Two
Good
different
place
pictures of Rhino
Good
right
place for
there.
your pop.
That's really
What's that?
dope.
Yes,
Good place
exactly.
for your pop.
No, I agree with you. Little Spider-Man on the back. It's got like a polyurethane over it. So really cool. I got a spot just for this, and I'm gonna break out my first Rhino to go with this. So sorry,
That's
I don't
really
have
cool.
prep. So
Me and
That's
Hank
incredible.
have a little talk on Monday.
you're not the coworker supervisor, are you? I hope not.
Lord, my lord.
Look at that. It's got the Rhino right there.
That's really cool.
This piece right here. This is really cool, and this is, like I said, large enough
His job just got harder.
to put.
Oh, there you go. I got one of those too. Nice.
Yeah, well, this is one of my favorites right here. So really cool. So that was my AOK. Happy to have it. Shout out to Jesus and the people from Jack Stands for sending this to me. So
That's
very
dope.
cool.
I want one.
All right.
Highlight this guy, man.
I love that so much.
Look at what Tim just said. I really just fell right into that. What Tim just said.
Oh, what do you mean? This right here? Break?
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So,
Oh,
Chris, what do we got for mail calls for you, my friend? What do we got?
Let's see. I got a lot of stuff this week.
is he gonna pull sparks?
Just say a lot or a wad.
A wad? No, a lot. Yeah. So I got what did I get? Some new Warriors books.
Nice.
All right. There we go.
I'm kind of into these. These are cool. They're still fairly cheap raw. I got a Visionaries #1.
Okay.
I recommend it highly. I got a Mask #1. I recommend it
digging
highly.
it. Digging it.
Yeah. And then everyone's probably thinking I'm a G.I. Joe psychopath, but keep in mind that I haven't collected G.I. Joe in like 30 years. So I'm now going back into it deeply, as you'll see. I got a nice issue 2, which used to be a really expensive book.
Yeah, and a hard book to find, right?
Yeah, it was like the rare book. It was worth more, like by 3 times of the first, and now no one gives a shit. So
I know.
I don't know why. It's I love this book. But,
well, the story behind it was they did so many of G.I. Joe #1s that they thought G.I. Joe #2 wasn't going to make it, so they did a lower print run. So that's actually a lower print run book, and it was worth more money back in the day. But now I think everybody must have found them. I don't know. Like
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. But I picked up a couple of issue 11s. Well, first appearance of Snow Job. So I've been going after all the keys. In high grade. An issue 13, who I can't remember the first appearance.
Is that Major Blood? No,
that's 15, I think. I got 4 copies of this.
That's a great character.
That's awesome.
Plus, yeah, I know. Plus this.
Oh, boom.
Ooh, is that 982?
Yeah,
9-8,
buddy.
yeah, 9-8, baby.
Okay.
Sorry. What else I got? 16, 17.
Oh, dude, you've gone down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I've got down the rabbit hole. But here's a nice one. Everyone loves this one.
Down the rabbit hole, Chris goes.
Bye-bye. Yes,
Oh, hello.
Everyone loves this book, man. This is and it's just tons of G.I. Joes, man. All the keys. And if I was going to recommend a book right now, I would recommend everyone get this one because it's like the cheapest one, and it's got a lot of really good upside to it. Lady J, first appearance, really cheap book. Sergeant Slaughter. Seriously, it's just piles of this shit. Like I probably have another stack just as big of just like that. But I also picked up a bunch of Transformers. I've been really into Transformers key, like 4, 6, 9, 11. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
14, 17, 19, 21.
You're all in on Hasbro right now.
Wow.
I certainly am. Yeah, I certainly am. And then just more G.I. Joes. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So are you home when the mailman comes home, or who sees all this stuff? The wife, the kids, like.
I gotta be honest with you, man. It's funny you brought that up. My wife and I have had some words lately. She because she doesn't work, so she's a stay-at-home mom. And, and I actually have an office in my house, and so I work at home too. So I hear the doorbell, and I'm like, ugh, like because they always ring the doorbell, and my wife always gets it first, and she just hands me the books. But before I was like, here you go, sweetie, and now we're at the stage where it's like thud. They just like get dropped at my door, like it was like, and then I just hear feet walk away. Yeah, so. She's not super stoked about because there's days I get 6 or 7 packages.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I'd be dead.
That was me starting about a week or so after I got COVID.
You had a treasure trove.
She was like, "How can you be getting books when you have COVID?" I'm like, "Honey, what else can I do in the room by myself, quarantined?" I'm on eBay and auctions in the middle of the night. I'm like, can't sleep, so.
Yeah, why not? Right?
I think that might be a future video. I've been kind of keeping those books aside.
Yep.
See what I bought when I had COVID.
Yep.
I think my wife's fear is that I'm just spending our retirement on this shit. And,
yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna be broke in a couple of years or something.
No, hey, then you got your assets, and you'd be like, well, look, I bought it for $1 and I sold it for $5. That's got to help, right? That's got to help.
Yeah, exactly. Here's $5, sweetie.
Yeah, here you go. The teenagers,
That it, Chris?
What's that?
That it?
That's it.
Is that it?
I didn't want to take the.
That isn't it. This one too.
That's Snow Job.
Yeah, Snow Job. Yeah, so yeah.
As you can see, was he a villain or was he a good guy or a bad guy?
He's a good guy. It's Snow Job.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, hard and soft.
Also, this is Destro's cameo. Destro has a cameo in this.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Hard master, soft master, Snow Job. There's a lot of.
Oh man! If you actually look through all the names of all the characters of G.I. Joe, they're the creepiest sexual names ever.
Deep dive.
Yeah, it's really something. So anyway,
I'll
G.I.
keep
Joe.
it to myself, deep dive.
Yeah.
Highlight this guy, man.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my god.
All right,
All right.
so we got one of these guys.
Oh, this is
here we
weird.
go.
Ooh,
There we
So
go.
let's see what's going on. Hey, all right. They never, I think stickers. They never sent stickers before. A little silk.
Oh.
Oh, a little swag.
Card.
like
Look
it.
at this thing. Silver Surfer vs. Galactus card.
Oh, I remember those.
oh, very nice. I remember that too. How much was this box, Roger?
$30.
They're
So
sweet.
this is my subscription. So I subscribe to them, so they just automatically
Yeah.
once a month take it out. Boxed Heroes. You all know them. You all know that I'm a fan of theirs. And I have no idea what I got. So let's see.
How long ago did you get this, Raj? Because I haven't got.
Yesterday or the day before.
All right, so I haven't
So
gotten
it's
mine
a
yet.
subscriber bonus. So I'm gonna flip it over this way. All right. So this first one says Ryan Stegman secret variant. All right, King of Black Seek. I got the secret variant.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's damn it, thing in the background. There
It's
you go.
what?
That's a great cover.
Thing in the background.
Thing is in the
Oh, yeah,
background.
thing in the cover, I see
Because
I
it
see
almost looks like the regular cover,
Yeah.
right.
but it's the secret
Maddie.
variant. What do you
My
think?
crystal ball says this will be better than your last box.
Yeah, that's not gonna be tough to do.
Could it
Oh,
be
we got
existential? Oh my god.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Fantastic
go.
Four 2021 calendar.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I'm
Very
digging
cool.
it.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
That's very nice of them. Todd McFarlane variant. That's what it says.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I
Right.
don't know.
I think
if
it's
it's
I think that's a 1 in 5. I think.
I'm gonna say how is a variant if he's the guy that
Yeah,
likes
I think it's a
the book.
1 in 5 ratio. I think.
All right.
Jose Crespo, it's an actual box.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh.
No, I got the bag back there if you guys want to see it. This doesn't have anything on it. All right, X-Men 248.
All right.
There you go. Yep, there you go. Deep dive's got it. Thing
Oh, I
replaced
love that
on the
book.
cover.
That's a great book. Yeah.
All right, nothing on the back of this one. Spider-Man 247.
All right. There we
All right.
go.
There you go.
Bunch of goons in the back. Wonder Woman 253.
Really?
Yeah, that purple cover. That's pretty cool.
All right. That's pretty
Nice.
neat.
I love the
Oh, there you go. Chin
like
Mo.
everything in the background.
It's the first Jim Lee art
Oh,
on X Men.
Really?
It is. Oh, it's a great book.
This is why we
What's
hang
that?
out with people smarter than us, right?
What grades are they? Are they in nice shape?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the box hero stuff is usually
Yeah,
really,
this-
really
I
I
literally
think I'm gonna have to subscribe.
yeah,
I don't see one spine tick on this thing
really.
on this X-Men book.
Very nice.
He
Yeah,
was
we've
saying
been,
with
Rogers
Spider-Man,
been very
they get
That was-
they come all the Mylars. I mean,
That 248 back in the 90s was a big deal book for a while. I
Yeah.
remember as a kid, it was like everyone wanted it.
all right, we got Monsters on the Prowl, number 10, 15-cent book.
Nice. Look at that
Yeah.
cover.
classic right there. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
I think that's my favorite thing about boxed heroes. Is your box is mixed in with some moderns, some variants, and then some older stuff.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
that's in good shape too, right, Raj?
Oh yeah.
Talk
Oh,
to
yeah. I mean, it's not as
You're not wrong, my friend. You are not
Ooh.
I think the first book was, 1, 2, 3, like 5 spine ticks in this thing. It's a 15-cent book. I mean, how old
Yeah.
is this thing?
Nice.
Detective Comics 580. This is a pretty badass cover. Same thing. The spine is just beautiful. Get Two-Face on there.
nice.
Oh, that's a good cover right there.
Very nice.
We have Man-Thing number 21.
Okay.
Another broad
Nice
book
cover.
right there. Yeah.
Filler book there. I'll take it.
It's a great filler book.
And this is my subscriber bonus book. So when you're a subscriber, you get one extra book in the box. And this is a Peach Momoka variant.
Oh,
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Everybody's favorite cover artist.
yeah, that's it.
Nullified
nice.
Spider Woman.
Not
Yeah,
bad. Not bad. That's like a $10 book by itself, I think.
yeah, yeah. There you go.
Not bad. Not a
So-
bad box.
Once again, thanks for noticing, Dave.
Have a good after those types of things.
Once again, as I say, I definitely have over $30 worth of books here.
Correct.
And I mean, and you know, are some of these books I would go out and buy if I didn't get them for free? Probably not. But there's also books that I've been getting that I was like, crap, I missed that one. And one of the biggest examples was the Black Friday when I got the Peach Momoka King in Black one.
Yep.
I missed out on that, and to be able to get those books. So I'm a big fan of Boxed Heroes. I've never been disappointed, and I've definitely done well with hitting a couple grand prizes here and there. And
Yeah, you really have. That's it. Anyway,
There you go.
great stuff, man. I should be getting mine soon, so maybe I'll do an unboxing for that. I just bought one of E-Rod's boxes, which I'll be getting. That was a $300 box.
One of the few people that have a chance to get one.
Yeah, you were one of the chosen few, huh?
Yeah, well, I just happened to be on Instagram and turned it on. I did, yeah, Chris. I paid $3. That's the most I've ever paid for a mystery box. But I mean, every book is getting every box is getting a slab. So when I saw it,
you absolutely know you're going to get well worth that.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, he seems pretty solid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
for
We all
sure.
trust.
If E-Rod's gonna put his name on it, you know it's gonna be good.
Exactly. So yeah, we got it. So I got one coming. Hopefully, I'll do a video next week. So look out for that. So Future State is out. I haven't bought it, so I don't know too much about it right now. And so when I don't know much about it, I'm not even trying to BS it. But what do we know about it?
So this is week one of Future State. You guys, we've been talking about. I've been waiting for this to come out. Simply for the fact that I'm anxious to see what DC does with it. We talked about, them halting everything, starting this event that's a month and a half, 2 months long, introducing new characters, adding a ton of diversity to the DC universe. And we always talked about it doesn't do you any good if the stories suck, right?
Right.
If the story sucks. So after week one, these are the ones that I picked up, and I have read them all. So you get the Harley book, Flash.
That's a great Flash cover, though.
The next
That Batman cover. Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Swamp Thing. I picked this one because this is a badass cover, and if you read the story, you understand. That's Swamp Thing, Wonder Woman, and then what do they call this one? Superman of Metropolis, which is Superman's son. What's his name?
Jonathan Kent.
Kent. Thank you for the help. Jesus, a little silence going on there. So far, out of all of them, these three are the best: Wonder Woman, Batman, and Swamp Thing.
Okay.
The Superman one was all right. The premises behind Harley helping the magistrate find villains that they are unable to catch on their own just because she's smarter than them and tells them how to do it. Flash, I probably won't pick up the next one. Just wasn't for me. There wasn't a lot going on there. But Batman one, the thing that irritated me about this is they threw two other stories in here. Why those stories didn't get their own book,
Right.
I don't know. So you read through Batman, you're like, this is a thing, then it's over. I'm like, you're only halfway through the book. So they threw an outsider story in there and they threw Arkham Knights. So I don't know if they were like, well, these stories aren't solid. Let's throw them into in the back of a Batman book. I hope they don't do that again. I could leave those two stories.
That was a $7 book, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in this. Yeah, it was a $7.
Was
Yeah,
it
$7. Now you know why. Like why do you put those other ones in there? The Outsiders was a little hard to follow. The Arkham Knights was neat, but it's not anything I want to continue to read. And if they do it again, I'll stop at the end of the Batman. The Batman was Batman. It was a cool story. You meet the new Batman, which is Tim Fox. I know there's, they kind of try to confuse you by making you think it's actually Luke, but I think we already know because of the books that came out and everything they said. But it's a neat thing, it's a magistrate who's taking over Gotham. Anybody that's wearing a mask gets arrested, if not killed. Batman actually saves some of the bad guys by ripping their mask off, and what are you doing? And he's like, I'm saving your life, and they get arrested instead. This Swamp Thing is really, really cool. This is really further in the future, and the world basically has destroyed itself. And in this, it looks like Swamp Thing is obsessed with humans. But as the story goes, these other swamp people he's created them himself, and he actually shows how he did. Like, first I created muscles and limbs that move, and he showed, and he actually kind of, there would be like little side things. Then I had to create the organs, and he actually showed how he created all these different swamp people. And of course, they all have different personalities. You got one that thinks Swamp Thing's lying to them, and you have a woman who follows him endlessly. But he's obsessed with finding humans. He thinks that there's still humans alive, and he wants to find them. This was a really, probably my favorite out of all.
I might pick that up based on that.
Cool.
That was a good sales
Me
pitch,
too.
Roger.
This was my favorite out of all of the ones I read.
Really? All right.
And I do plan on reading them all. It's only a month and a half, you know. Normally, like, well, you can't buy them all. Well, they're really, a lot of them are one shots, two shots, you know. But I think this was the most intriguing one, and I was most fascinated by was the Swamp Thing. So
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Sold.
And
So there you go.
this Yara Flora, or Flora, however you say that, she is a great character. She's funny. And she's a badass, and you can tell that she's immature. So the things that she does kind of puts what they're trying to do in jeopardy. But it's very interesting, and this was my second favorite read for sure. They're in the underworld, and she's just, you know, right off the bat, there's another character that's the interaction between her and that other character. They don't take long, and I know because the stories aren't long, they don't have a lot of time to create the story. But I'm going to tell you, they hit the ground running, like, right away. Yeah, thanks. They hit the ground running. Like, the story goes somewhere immediately. You're not worried about fluffing that. You know, they have some history and background, and but it's right away it goes. So for the first week of Future State, you know, it's 50-50, I think. There's you know, Flash I definitely won't read again. Harley, I want to see if she's, you know, where they're going, because the way they left the story off kind of keeps you like, oh, where are they going to go with that? But definitely Wonder Woman. Swamp Thing is for sure. I hope that's one where I don't know how many of these, like, how many issues there are Swamp Thing, and I hope that's one that's got 3 or 4 of them, because that was the first one was really, I was definitely wanting more.
All right, I'm digging it. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. You
So
know?
I guess on the Wonder Woman and a couple of those other books, are those considered like first appearances?
So we're not quite sure. I know that the Wonder Woman annual, I don't remember what number it is, had a picture of Yara as a kid.
We're gonna do this shit. Like,
Yeah. What was funny is as soon as, like, they were talking about first appearance and they got mentioned, I went out and bought 2 of them.
sorry, I let that slip. My bad.
So, you know, it's going to get one of those things that if nobody buys into this story, you know, and come February, March, Yara's no longer a character in the DC universe, it's not going to matter. But I got to tell you what, if the writing continues of what they did here, and her character is the way they portrayed her in this first book, people are going to love this character. They're going to love this character, especially younger people are going to absolutely love this character. I enjoyed this story thoroughly. So, but yeah, they might start that shit. You know, there was a picture in the back panel of her as a kid and a Wonder Woman, you know, a Wonder Woman annual at the end of the year or whatever. So yeah, okay. And it was funny as you say that, is because I went out and picked up 2 of them because I knew they were cheap on eBay. So.
We're gonna do that shit.
You got a little bit of a glimpse there.
Oh my god! Oh, that's good.
Funny.
That's good. Awesome. Well, thanks for that, Roger. We'll have to find out about that. I'm definitely going to check out Swamp Thing, maybe even Wonder Woman. You know, and I'm not going to worry about her true first appearance. So, all right. So now we are coming to the CGC unboxings. We have the CGC unboxings to do. I've got 2 boxes. Chris has 1. So what we'll do is I'll start first. I'll give you my backstory. I don't have my compadre here.
I should pause you. I don't have a book. I just had 2 books that showed up this week, and I showed them already.
Oh, you did? Okay, no problem. Good. Good. So,
Are we skipping over crossover?
what's that? Did I miss something?
Crossover.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Lead in.
Is anybody else reading this? I don't have my copy.
I have it.
I have it, but I haven't read it yet. It's sitting on my bed right now.
Same thing.
This book is pretty neat. The storyline, and everybody knows that Cates is
Donny
genius, and what he does, to bring in characters and stories from other books. He's been doing it in Venom and all the speculation. He brings back like these characters, that didn't survive in Dark Horse. The Playbacks was a group of superheroes. I mean, this one character looks like they showed a silhouette, and he looks like Doctor Strange, and his name's Dr. Black with a K. Or a Q, like QK instead of C. But it's you look up all these characters, and like some of them were created by Liefeld, some of them, but they were all part of this group, and they were all part of Dark Horse, and they didn't last very long. But he brought them into this story, which I thought it was pretty neat. And it's the premise of the story. If you're not reading, I highly recommend reading. I'm in three copies now. 3 came out this week. Premise of the story is one day all the comic book characters came to life in the real world. Like anything from superheroes to Archie to anything you can think of. So one of the superheroes that came out of comic book created a dome around, I think it's Denver, to keep everybody in there because he knew it wasn't safe. So the people that came from the comic books in the comic book are all pixelated. Their faces are dot blue, red. They look like a comic book, like old style, newspaper comic books. And the main person, L, of the story, and the funny is the guy who she lived at a comic shop. The guy who owned the comic shop, his name was Otto.
Hey, look at that! I better get some residuals.
Now you got to read the book.
It's like the last comic book store. So once this happened, it takes place several years after the incident happened. The United States outlawed making comic books about fake superheroes with powers. You had to do like an army sergeant. It had to be like real people. So this comic book store was the last place that sold comics that were actual comics before this incident happened. She worked there, and it's pretty cool. And Otto owns it, and then this cartoon person runs into them, and it's a pretty neat story. It's all kind of coming together, and the art is pretty neat. The story's pretty neat. How they're bringing in other cartoon characters, and then at the end, they show the main guy that she drew a picture of that looked like an S, but it ended up being a character called Madman. Like. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if he's. I mean, he writes a lot of stuff. This guy, like he can't be this good at writing everything, right?
Like you can't do all this,
But if you're not reading it, I highly recommend it. It's a good read, and it's really when you have somebody who takes different eras of different types of comic books and kind of brings them in unsuspectedly. Like you're like, this must be a fake new character or something like that. And so you Google it, and it's like, no, this is from back in the early 2000s, and it just didn't last,
But and I think maybe to piggyback on your point there, Raj, just in the sense of how Donny Cates writes. I mean, even if you look at his Thor run, he's consistently pulling from the past with like Celestials and just bringing shit together. So it's just, I think that's just his style, and I don't know.
I think the people who have been in the comics and reading and this, I've always been trying to find stuff to read, and I had to stop getting Spider-Man because the story stunk. And it's like to read something and then watch that the guy who's creating it isn't just putting out stories, but he's actually bringing in character. He knows about comics. He knows obviously he was one of the creators of those old characters from Dark Horse, but for him to say, what would be great to reintroduce these characters in a different book and see what happens.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I have it on over here to read. I just have to get to it.
All right, maybe I'll have to read that too. Now I got 3 books to read. Yeah, there you go. That's a good sales pitch, Raj.
Yeah, you're good at that.
Baby.
You should have your own channel or something.
Yeah, Raj. Yeah.
Should go on Monday nights.
Yeah. All right. I've had these books here for a while. Chris, did you want to say something? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I was going to say the book I'm reading right now is an old book, but I just picked up the omnibus for Martha Washington Goes to War, or whatever, the whole Martha Washington trilogy that Frank Miller did. And it's just, I couldn't believe how good it was. I'd never read it before. It blew my mind. Frank Miller, man, like early 90s. It's like cheap book. I got it for like $12 too. So
there you go.
Everyone, go out and grab that book. It's really great.
Yeah. No, we saw some great books by you tonight. The Mask, the G.I. Joes. It's just been fantastic. So, all right. I've got 2 sets of books right here. I don't have my partner down here to help me. She's abandoned her post tonight, and Roger
She
is
did.
yes, and you're over on the other side of Endor. So,
Highlight this guy, man.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the books out of the box. You guys tell me what it is, and I'll tell you the story. I'm gonna do my damnedest. I'm gonna turn off this monitor. I'm gonna do my damnedest not to look at these grades because, as you know, we don't like to know our grades.
Grab the top like I do. There you go.
I'm peeking. Okay. All right. So here we go. So these books, I've got a bunch of them. I probably got about 10 of them. Shout out to Lenny Cerna and Spineworks for doing work on it and submitting it to CGC for me. So shout out to Lenny for doing that for me. So this is the first book, and it is
Venture Comics.
Venture Comics right here. This is a big book right here. This is a book I took a gamble on. Okay. This book, I'm trying to get away from the glare. This book I had, I think, in a 6.0. I bought this from Art at the LCS with the fact that I was going to upgrade it. So when I looked at this, it was really, really nice. I'm hoping I took a gamble. I sold my 6.0 and I got a. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Cream the off-white?
Ouch.
Oh, my God.
The next one, pal, will be better.
Yeah, there you go.
I sold my 6.0 for that.
Oh, no.
I did. I swear to God, like, other than maybe it's the tanning they killed me on. Like, did I get killed on the tanning?
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, probably. And the chat reacts. Ouch.
It's a nice copy.
Strikes
It's a
again.
nice copy. That's why, man. I'm like, all right. What are you gonna do? Trains go east, trains go west. I'm not gonna cry about it. Find another one. Who knows? At a higher grade, or I'll just keep it because Zod is one of my favorite villains.
Now you know how I felt.
Yes, my God.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks for coming. And at that note, see you later. On Sunday. All right. No bueno.
Pull them out of the bag. The bags are making them.
Yes. All right. You got
difficult to see.
All right. Here we go. Okay.
Oh.
So, all right. Another book. Oh, Fantastic Four Annual 6. Okay. I don't expect it to be high at all. This was a kind of a copy that I found at a con. I got a good price on it. A book that the only reason I found because Very Gary wasn't around, but now that I'm looking at it, the colors look nice on this.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks like a good book.
Oh yeah.
Really? All right. I was thinking 3.5 to 5 to 4, maybe 5. I'm happy. You know. So let's see what I got.
5.5.
Oh, 6.5.
There you go.
All right, there we go.
God's given.
Oh, there we go. Fall apart now.
All right, we all going for a ride. Look at that.
Good night, everybody.
That's a karate chop.
That is a karate. That's not a bad book right there. So okay, so this is my highest. This is the highest of the 3 that I have, and I'm definitely happy with that. Square bound book, as we all know, first appearance of Franklin Richards and Annihilus. All right, so one good, one down. All right, so I'll take that.
All right.
Of course, I'm going to take it. They're my books. I'm not going to do anything with them, right, Dave? That's what we always say, you know. All right, here we go.
Maybe you're interested in trades. You don't know.
That's a great
Here
one.
we go. All right, this is a book that I've been buying many of. I'm going to take it out of the wrapper. Hold on, guys.
Oh, me too. I know the book.
Do you know this book?
Yeah. I have a few of these.
Yeah,
It's a great book, man.
Great book. X-Men 129, the first appearance of Thundra. She is going to be the major villain in the She-Hulk, from what we're hearing. And you can buy this book. The problem with this book is it is a white cover. You know, it's got lots of things going on. You see all the FF, you see Medusa, you see Thing. Thundra's an alien from the planet Thundera, and she's just a complete badass, and she's going to be battling She-Hulk. So 7.5, 8.5, maybe. You know, anything more than that, I'd be ecstatic. If it's less than a 7.5, then I picked the wrong book, but I do have a bunch of books, and this is a
7.0.
All right. Again,
All right.
again,
Terrible.
you know what I think it is? Again, I got
Tanning.
killed tanning and the staining. I didn't see that. So, all right. But again, my first introductory copy to this book. So now I'm going to take a look at the other ones and see what I have. So good thing about stacking books, you always got bullets. But yeah. So Roy Thomas story, John Buscema, Joe Sinnott. John Buscema did it. First appearance of Thundra, the Humans and the Frightful Four, make an appearance, and just so many things going on this book.
Oh, it's so great.
Classic.
What kind of staining is it, Otto?
It's staining, like if you can see it here, it's kind of
they're
like
harsh.
they're harsh on staining, man. They kill you on staining. So, all right, but yeah, tanning, you know. All right, so this
It's a beautiful book still.
it is a book, and I'm happy I got it. You know, off-white pages, and we'll see where I go with it. Now I got to dig out the other copies, but I'm glad that I'm not the only one going crazy over this book, and that you are too. So,
I love it.
yep. All right, another book that we have right here. Oh, this is a fun book. DC book, the only DC book in this. I bought this from Dark Side Jedi months ago, and he said it was about a 4 or 5. He never had it graded. This is Hawkman. This is the first appearance of Zatanna. I have been going. Oh, this is a good story too. I'm gonna tell one more story. I have been going heavy on the Justice League Dark, and then before the auction went off, I told Dave, because I'm going to take a note out of Dave's book. If you want a book that bad in an auction, just drop the hammer, right, Dave? Just drop it, right? Drop the hammer.
How do you think I got this?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Right?
It's totally true, man. You'll never regret it.
Yeah. So it wasn't kidding. I don't know what it was. Dave, it was raw graded at about a 4 or 5 to 5. So
When you did your karate chop, we all saw the grade. You took your hand off the book.
oh, okay. So all right, what I got? There goes my story. 4 or 5. All right, everybody's right. So
Nice.
4 or 5, there we go. Book that
That's
I've never.
the 4 or 5 ever.
Yeah, no, it's a book that I've never owned. You know,
It
so
presents really well.
Yeah, that's a good looking book.
it's a good looking book. You know,
That's a great
gorgeous.
book to have right now.
Really, the Justice League Dark. I was all in on it. So
First Zatanna.
yeah, nice looking book right there. You know, back is a little bit.
It annoys me so much she's not on the cover though.
No, it's unbelievable, right? I mean, I've got a cover now together, but yeah, nice looking book right there. Hawkman.
That's a win.
That is a win. That's a win. And you know what? And I believe what I paid for it at the auction was still well under GPA. So you know what? I followed Dave. I dropped the hammer, and everybody was like, "Oh,
Scare everybody away."
Yeah, you really want that book? All right. So next box, larger lot. This is a Silver Surfer lot. I've been buying. These are my Silver Surfer keys, 1, 3, and 4. That I've had in the PC for quite some time. Bought these all raw at cons. I think I bought my one from JNS Collectibles at like Terrificon 3 years ago. The Thor, I don't even know where I bought the first Mephisto. I bought from a collection over the summer. We're just going to go over it, and I don't even know what's in the other one. Right.
How many books total?
I will tell you. 1, 2, 3. Total of 6 books. Okay.
Nice.
So we're gonna go with this one right here as I take it out of the. All right. Why don't we start with the big one? Silver Surfer number 4, probably the most iconic of the books, right, guys?
Hell yeah!
Perfect cover. Perfect
cover, right?
Oh, that looks good.
Ooh, it looks really nice.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it has.
I want that book.
Thank you. It had a few dings in it. The back looked good. With this book, square bound book, I'm happy with like a 5. Disappointed with a 3.5, but anything over a 5, I'll be happy. So
6.0.
Holy shit! Wow! 7
Oh, dude.
That's the book.
That is awesome.
Wow!
That's awesome, dude.
Wasn't expecting this.
You need a slab stand for that now.
Dude, really? Come on, exactly.
Wow!
All right, I wasn't expecting that at all, man. All right,
congratulations.
Yeah, square bound book.
What's page quality?
7.5 is such a great grade.
It really is. So off white to white. So
That's awesome.
That's a great book, man.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Really.
Yeah, there you go. Existential's got it. You can stop complaining now.
Yeah. God damn, I'm pretty excited about this.
That makes up for the last ones, man. That you have no complaints now.
No, I'm telling you, man.
That's a big hit.
That is a big
hit.
I mean, I paid. I don't know. God, I wish I remember who I paid this for, but it's been sitting. I've been sitting on them. So, all right, guys. All right.
Like Tom, like I feel about Tom Rudin, I feel like that about you. I hate you now.
There you go. Right.
That's dope.
All right. So we'll go with the next one. Oh, that's a big grade for that book. All right. Fun book that I bought. Astonishing Tales or Tales to Astonish 59. This is the Giant Man Hulk cover, right?
Yeah.
And I bought this from, who did I buy this from? I either bought this from J&S Collectibles or Richie's Comic Cabana Raw. I read it. It was in such a good. It was at one of the Plainville shows recently. I said, you know what? This is classic art. This is, part of my youth. So I'm thinking 5, maybe 5.5. And
6
hey, look at this
6-0.
cover though.
Yeah, you're killing it, man.
That's a good looking 6-0, my man.
That is a 6. So look at the pages too, man. So
It's gorgeous.
First appearance of Hulk in a title. It is a classic cover. It's a Jack Kirby and Saul Brodsky, Stan Lee, Dick Ayers, or the Interior, but just classic. Is that Ant-Man at this time, or is it Giant Man at this point? Giant Man, right? It says it right on the cover. I should just read the cover. Versus the Hulk, and just great book for the PC. Not going after all the Tales to Astonish. I'm actually working on the Strange Tales, but man, I got this
pops,
great
man.
price.
The colors are
Look
amazing.
at this.
I love how
Hey, Aces, you and I got to talk on Monday. Have a little talk.
I love how you collect, man. I love these books. These are right down my alley. I love it.
No, it was one of those things where I was like, I was chasing these books and I was chasing these stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Just buy the stuff that you like. And you know what? This book, although not a high dollar book, I'm going to ogle over in the grotto because it's just classic, classic. And even you got Ant-Man on the bottom with Wasp, so really cool. All right.
Gives you joy, man.
Yeah, man. All right, next book. Oh, okay. Now we got Silver Surfer 1. Okay. Ooh. This one had a little tear in it, so I don't know how CGC is going to kill me on it.
How big?
Again, what's that? Minimal. You know what I mean? Minimal.
Is there a piece missing?
No, not a piece missing. A little tear on the spine, I think. So when I'm thinking about this book, I'm thinking like 5.5, 5, maybe 5.5. But again, it's for the PC. It's not going anywhere. I'm a Silver Surfer fan. I don't even think I would try to upgrade it because I don't want to. I don't want to. So here's the cover.
Now.
It is. It's just, and Stan loves the Silver Surfer. So
good.
All right, 5.5. Woo! All right, look at that. Yeah. Really happy. And I'm really sorry about the glare, guys.
I have one coming back from CGC this month, but I'm hoping for like a 4.
Okay.
It's a lower grade, but I'm
5.5, man.
Gorgeous. I'm happy with a 4.
Can you guys kind of see that the square bound area where it's a little bit torn?
Yeah.
That's where I got whacked, and there's a little.
It presents really well.
I'm telling you, these CGC slabs look nice. Shout out to Spineworks for really cleaning these up for me. So good stuff. All right, moving along.
What did you buy that in? Like, what grade was it expected? Like, were they selling it as?
I be honest with you, I bought it 3 or 4 years ago at Terrific Con from J&S Collectibles, and it was the first purchase of the con, so I had money in my pocket. I think I paid $300 for it. No more, maybe $275 to $300 because
you did well.
It was a really almost like a cat. Like I walked in, I had money to go. I was like, okay, I wasn't going to spend $500, but I wasn't going to spend $100, and I was like, that's the book that I want. So I would say, knowing my buying strategy and my buying habits, I probably paid about $3 for it. Maybe a little bit.
Nice. Less. You did well. You did really well.
All right. So Silver Surfer number 3. Okay.
Ooh,
this came out of the collection that I bought last summer, which was very eclectic, had a lot of moderns, had a lot of specific books, but these books were all in really, really good shape. This is First Mephisto. This book is heating up. You all know the cover, so I've got 2 out of 3. I'm thinking this
good, man.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking this is
6.5.
6.5. That's exactly what I was thinking, Dave. So what am I looking at? 5.5. Okay.
All right.
Hey, nothing to sneeze at on that book.
No, either. You know what I mean?
Not at
all. I probably got dinged on the corner right there.
Spine split a little bit.
Look at the covers. The colors look great. These colors are
colors.
Awesome.
The book presents really well.
All your books do.
The back looks good too. Maybe it's a good.
Oh my
this
God.
is a book I totally missed the boat on this book.
You did, okay.
I don't own it. I totally missed it. So I'm totally jealous right now.
The back of that book looks pristine.
Yeah, look at it.
It really does.
It really killed me, I think, on the up top,
on the corner
right there. You see that right there?
Yeah. I see it.
So, but that's what I expected. So that's what I expected. And again, it came out of that collection, so it was just equity. So, all right, that's a foul grade. Thank you, Doc J. All right, 2 books to go.
Ooh.
2 books to go. Yes, T. Ravis. I'm really, like I said, these books I've been holding for a while, and I wanted to save it. And it's kind of cool because it is our first unboxing of the new year, so that I can share these books. I don't even know what this book is. First Dead Man.
First
That's
Dead
right.
Man.
I apologize.
It's a great book. This is a great book.
Yeah. So this was part of my Justice League Dark. Uncle Frank and I were looking at this art. You guys, this is a Heroes. I mean, this is an eye-opener purchase from Art.
Oh, it is.
He had that on the wall? He had it on the wall. And remember when I bought the JLA 1 and it had the resto, for all you guys that don't know? I paid my LCS a lot of money for a JLA 1. And by the time Rocket and I looked at it, we realized there was a lot of resto on it. So I didn't want to give it back to him. So he gave me store credit, which to him really doesn't mean much. But I mean, he gave me quite a good dollar value for. So I ended up picking this up. Frank and I both thought it was around the 5, maybe 5.5. So first Dead Man, happy to have this book, real cool character. And without further ado, it's 5-0, dead on, Frank. So
can't beat that.
Can't beat that. So,
again, I mean, your 5.5s and 5.0s, I mean, they present beautifully.
Yeah,
like,
they look
utterly gorgeous.
But again,
more.
Yeah,
That's
right
awesome,
there,
man.
right there. So yeah,
I don't know what I got.
All right, so Swamp Thing. So Swamp Thing, Dead Man, and Zatanna. All right, I've got them. I'm looking right there. Right, Frank? We were both on board when we said it was about a 5. All right, last book. All right, this was first. Oh, this is FF20. This was I got screwed on this, you guys. This is FF20. This is first Molecule Man. This was a 4.5 or 5.0 that I bought on eBay, but it was an old case. And it came cracked, so I didn't even really have to crack the case. It was already cracked, and it had a ding in it. It had a ding in it. I mean, the book's from 1963, so I bought it at a 4.5 or 5. And Molecule Man, a book that I think could go anywhere with the FF. You need your villains, and Molecule Man was in the Secret Wars, and
such a great cover.
Such a great cover, right? Classic Kirby, but Priest in it, as you can see by the thing. And I think it was a 4.5 to 5, and it's a
Hey!
Wow!
All right.
Oh man, the wins are so much better than the losses here.
Yeah, they really are, though. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you really killed it.
Yeah.
That 7.5, I want to fly out and kill you for it. I want that book. Holy shit!
All right,
crazy dude.
So first Molecule Man at a 6.5. This is classic Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Dick Ayers for Molecule Man. The Watcher makes appearance. There's actually a letter in here from George R.R. Martin, which I never realized.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's what it says. Wow. So you got to take that. So first Molecule Man, cool book, character that could make an appearance. But look at the thing, though. You can tell that Senate wasn't on board yet as far as inking it. So really cool book. So my God. So those are all my CGC books.
Some more great books for me to choose from when you kick the bucket.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't realize it, but like when I'm hanging out the grotto with him, I put little marks on the back of the slab so I know which ones to grab first. When I go tell the kids, don't worry, guys, I will help you organize all your dad's books.
Or Andrew, you're not going to believe what happened. Everett's not with us anymore. He's just shoving it in there, right? So
what's their box? Don't worry about it. This is just junk. I'm gonna bring it to Art. Let him sell it.
Oh my God! Holy cow! Wow, what a great night, you guys!
Wow, that era of books is so great. I could stare at those books all day.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna after tonight. I'm just gonna be like,
ogle at them a little bit.
Oh, you know what? Look at that.
Wipe them off after.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that? Do you ogle your books a little bit?
Of course, I got to display it all over the place. You know what I mean?
Too, man.
It's art. You know what I mean? Like the CG cases. Say what you will, but this is a great way, either way, to display your books. And
I don't have a lot of room to display my books at my house, but when I swap them out, I have 4 slabs on the hutch, and then I swap them out. Like, why'd you pick that one? I didn't. It just,
Maddie.
Oh, I get it, man.
Comics of Roger.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Wow, you guys, we have kicked it for you guys for one of our longest shows ever. That wasn't an auction. This has just been absolutely fantastic, and you guys have stayed with us the whole time. So 2 hours and 10 minutes. We're gonna wrap up. Chris, Vancouver Comic Junkie, thank you so much for jumping out with us and spending this 2 hours with us. I hope it was worth your while. Before you go, though, tell everybody where they can find you, your YouTube channel, your Instagram. Tell us all about.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Vancouver Comic Junkie at IG and YouTube. That's it.
I just put it in the chat.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, there you go. So hit that. Come by IG, man. You know what? I just love talking comics. I love when people just like have questions and just want to talk comics. I'm selling books too and buying stuff and all that shit. But at the end of the day, I just want to talk comics.
Right. Fantastic, man. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. It's been our pleasure to have you join us. Your knowledge has just been fantastic. And you know what? Just don't watch his channel. Sub up, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Sub up. In the words of longtime friend of the channel, Tom King, don't just watch, fucking subscribe.
Absolutely. All right. So, Dave, what do we got going on for Dave in the Cave? Your submissions. We got the videos. You're here hanging out, enjoying it.
We're just surviving. We're surviving right now. No, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to figure it out. I think a lot of my stuff you'll probably see here on 3MIB just because it's a lot easier. But no, I think I'm going to start doing a top 10 specific to Spidey. So I have a couple ideas in my head that I'm trying to work through right now. But no, keep it locked here. Certainly head over to Vancouver Comic Junkie's channel, sub up, follow him on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as well, Dave in the Cave 1. That's where you'll find me. I'm a heck of a lot more active there. But no, hey, Happy New Year 2021. Big things for us. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Absolutely. All right. Roger, before we give it off to you, though, we do have friends of the channel, you guys. So as always, before I give it to Roger, these are all friends of our channel, friends that we want you guys to sub up to. The Pressable Deffects, Very Gary, Rocky Comics, our sponsor. Aegis Comics of Alaska, our good friends all the way up north. Lords of the Long Box, of course, huge show this Sunday night with them. Don't forget about that. Spine Ticks every Saturday night. Keep It Thoro, always chopping it up. Erod, the NY Warriors, you can always find them. Joker M21, Eats Me West, you know where they are, and all of the New York Warriors. These are all friends of the channel, including Vancouver Comic Junkies, guys that we want you guys to follow. So thank you very much to them. Raj, you got a cranky Canadian coming up, I heard.
I do. Even though this is an old one. I don't know why I didn't upload a new one. I do have a new backdrop. But yeah, I'm back. First show of the year, Monday night, and I'm gonna have Gem Mint on the on the channel. Yeah, we're
nice.
Gonna, chop it up and get to know him. Hopefully, in a way he hasn't been able to, questions that he's never been asked, and that's how we do in a Cranky Canadian. We get to know the people in the community in ways they're not able to share because they're trying to stay relevant, right? You make your own show. You're not talking about stuff from 10 years ago because you're trying to stay relevant. You want people to you want people to watch and talk about things that are relevant in today's books. So that's the idea, and hopefully it's a good show. We ended the year off with Very Gary, kicking it off with Gem Mint, and
there you go.
That's what we're gonna do. So hopefully everybody tunes in Monday, 8:00 or 7:00. Sorry.
Well, now that Monday Night Football's over, but
yeah, 7:00 on Monday, and hopefully you guys tune in because we have a blast during the live with Cranky Canadian for sure.
Right, absolutely
nice.
Fantastic.
Otto, before you close out, I just want to show this one more time. Our friends over at Shortboxed got a code live up until Sunday, I believe that is. So $15 off the book. They're on Android, they're on Apple. Definitely give those guys a follow on Instagram as well, and check them out. So
yes, absolutely. So download that app, take a look. You're going to enjoy it. It's always great to look at the stuff. I mean, between that, Etsy, it's just comic book overload. So I'm really happy about that. So we're going to wrap up, you guys. Thank you very much for watching 3 Men in a Basement. It's been my pleasure to have Vancouver Comic Junkie on, Chris himself, and to be online with all of you guys tonight, as we always do. We are going to overload you with 3 Men in the Basement in the next month. Okay. So if you are interested in coming to the next crawl, please DM myself, Roger, or Dave, and just let us know that you're coming so we can plan on it. It starts 10 a.m. Sargis Comics in New London. At least 2 more stops after that. That's the plan. Okay. I've got some videos dropping next week. After the Cranky Canadian, we might do 2 more live shows this month, you guys, just to kind of bring everything back. We want to set off 2021 with a blast. We've got a couple events planned. We've got new merch coming out. So I don't know. I've talked enough. I'm done. I got nothing else to say. So, on behalf of all my 3 men in the basement, Dave in the Cave, Roger Levesque, our special guest, Vancouver Comic Junkies. Don't forget Lords of the Long Box this Sunday night. Sub up, comment, share our videos. Oh, we need 20 more to get to 2,300 subscribers. Once we do that, I will drop our 2,500 subscriber giveaway. We've got 5 things to give away, 5 big books that have been donated. We want to get that video out. So, comment, share all our videos, you guys. On behalf of 3 Men in the Basement, happy Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. We are 3 Men in the Basement. I am Everett Otto, Roger Levesque, Dave in the Cave, Vancouver Comic Junkies. We are out. Peace.
Good night, Canada.
Bye, guys. Canada.